everybody. Good evening. How's it going on? Woo! Man, it's December. It is December.
End of the year. End of the year.
End of the year. I'm so excited about all this stuff. I just want to start this off. Thank you guys so much for rocking with us since we started Studs and Femme Lavender Diaries. I feel like we've been like hitting the ground running. Like as soon as we came on the scene, it was like, bam, here we go. I love it. I love
Absolutely.
it. I love it. So I'm about to share
Absolutely.
the live here. So thank you guys so much for tuning in with us. We got the most of our original crew coming back. Tonight we're going to be talking about parenting in our community. I think it's a really good subject to talk about. We're gonna have some laughs. We'll probably have some controversial thoughts in here, but you know how we do. We keep it loud, live, and in color, like T.S. Madison say.
Absolutely.
We're gonna
Absolutely.
bring it through. So, we're gonna come in order. See what we got. So we got Miss Tish with us tonight. We got Miss Keisha with us tonight. We got Destiny with us tonight, and we got S'mores with us tonight. How y'all doing?
Good.
We
Glad to
lit.
be back with the crew.
We merely rock on every block. Oh, oh, oh. We merely rock every
Right.
block.
Absolutely. That's great. That's great. So how's everybody doing this December? It's the end of the year. How y'all feeling?
you know, it
Y'all ready
is.
for Santa?
Good. Like we
I'm
should.
good. I'm
I'm
good.
Everybody
glad to
ready
miss
for
I'm
y'all.
Santa?
glad to see the crew back together, though. I miss my crew.
Right.
I miss y'all. Look, y'all. They been throwing shots at me all night. So, alright. I'm going to come in. I'm going to step into the light. I miss y'all, too. And honestly, I miss y'all. So, we here tonight. And I'm glad we talking about parenting. Y'all might see my kids in the background. They got me on a ghetto mission. That's why I'm glad we talking about this tonight. I'm glad.
Yeah, come
For
get
real.
y'all kids.
Get them.
Fuck them
Come get them.
kids.
Hey,
Fuck
hey,
them
hey,
kids.
hey.
I said, come get y'all kids.
Forget them kids. I get it. I get it. I don't have any kids. But I'm still part of FTK gang for real. Well, let me say that. Fuck everybody else's kids. If I don't know your kids, you know what I'm saying? Then fuck your kids. If I know the kids, then we can't do that. Like, let me say that. Like, if I don't know your kids, then yeah, fuck them. But. All right. So tonight we're gonna talk. So the only person looks like we're missing tonight is B, and unfortunately she was working. But
We
she
gonna
will
hold
be
it
down in
down
the
for her.
comments, expressing her opinions and everything else. So we still gonna have her loud, live, and in color as well.
That means, y'all, I get to have fun.
No, because I'm gonna hold it down for
And
B.
she
Hell
gotta get
no.
Not
We
hey.
holding it down.
Hey,
uh,
hey.
got
Right.
backup.
Like
You
I
ain't got came with
y'all
backup.
listen, y'all was supposed to be coming for Sunflower like that over there, man, because she was missing for a couple episodes. We ain't gonna be coming for Destiny, okay? We're gonna all hold it down. We're gonna all hold it
But
down.
wait, hold
Hey,
on.
Bill,
I'm
don't be
mad at this
bringing
having
me in.
his sunflower. Why you gonna
Right.
have her sunflower?
I've
Don't
always
bring
called
me
her.
in it. Don't say my name, man.
I
Bring
said
me
we,
in
but
it.
that was a defense. But I was defending you. See how you see? You see?
Okay, no, so I feel like
Wow.
you put me in the fire. Like I ain't got hey, sunflower
No,
is over here. What?
it was a defense. I said the same way we ain't gonna come for you, we not gonna come for Destiny. It was a
Mel,
yo.
man,
Everybody caught it.
the mother already came for me. They made sure they let me know I've been missed. You've been missed. I heard it. They already came for me. So it was already too late for me. It's too late. I take it. I take it.
But it's all in love. It's all in love, though.
Don't say
Right,
my
I'm
name.
defending the whole crew. The whole crew I'm defending. Like, don't do that. That's crazy. See what happened with these fans, man? This is the problem. This is
Whoa,
why.
whoa, whoa. Spread
Hold on.
light. Spread
Hold
Don't
light.
start
on.
nothing. Don't start
Spread
nothing. Don't
Hold
light,
start
on.
nothing.
Spread.
Hey,
Spread
don't
light.
start
Don't you do
nothing.
it.
Don't start.
Don't you
Okay,
do
find
it.
Woo!
something safe for the do. Find something safe for the do. Don't start
Right. Don't you
nothing.
do it.
It's very safe. It's very safe for me.
All
I'm
right,
I'm
Very
all right,
across
safe.
the street. I'm across the
all
street on
right.
that one. I'm
Yeah,
across the street on that one.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
I, I'm
yeah.
I'm not I'm not gonna get in that one. I'm across the street like
That's
this.
it.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Wow, Cupid.
Yeah. Look.
Okay.
I'm
All
not.
That
right.
No.
So tonight's topic, of course, that we're doing for tonight is parenting. We're talking about it. I definitely, when Cupid said that she wanted to do this episode, I thought it was really important to talk about kids Because I mean, family dynamics in the lesbian community is something that we kind of don't talk about, and you see the really worst of them. You don't always get to see the best of it all the time. And I think it's good to kind of talk about it because, honestly speaking, the older you get, that is going to be your reality. The likelihood of you being in a relationship with somebody who doesn't have children already is slim to none when you get to a certain age. So I wanted to bring you guys on to talk about it and we can kind of discuss it. So the first thing that I want to kind of talk about is that whole to kind of start it off with is have you dated anybody that has kids outside of yourself? If you do have kids, have you dated someone else who also had kids? Or do you find it hard, or if you haven't, you can answer the question, do you find it hard dating now that you have kids?
You know what? I'm gonna take this one because my babies is older. I think me and Cupid got the oldest kids on here. Well, child
We
and
do.
kids. This gonna sound very hypocritical, but oh well. I had my kids and I did not want to date anybody with kids. So if they had kids, it was an automatic no. I was not gonna do it. I tried it one time and it was like hell to the no, no, no. I was selfish in that space. I did not want to date anybody with kids because my parenting may not be their parenting. And I didn't want to subject my children to something that they're not accustomed to. And then, too, as a parent, you'd be like, who the hell are you talking to my child like that? Then it was just going to be a whole lot of shit. And so it was better for me and for them if they had kids, it was just not going to work. So I was very, and I was told, well, you got kids, so how you not going to date somebody with kids? That was my preference. So I can say now, and I'm still in the space that I'm in. I don't want anybody with kids, but I am learning to like a certain set of children. So that's a whole new dynamic for me. So I can say this point in my life, I might can deal with some kids because mine at the house.
Got that. Okay, that makes sense. Who wants to go next?
Since she put me on blast, since she joined me in with her, um, um, I feel I actually Keisha and I have the same thought pattern. When Alexander was younger, I didn't want to. I did date someone with kids, and it was horrible because she yelled all the time. She beat her, she whipped her kids. It was all those things, and I didn't do those things with Alexander. So he was nervous a lot because she was yelling. So we had very different styles, and that didn't last long at all. Because I'm like Keisha, I'm selfish. The way I treat my son, and when he was growing up, I expected, if you're a parent, then we understand these are the things that we're going to work together on. And she was on a whole different, she's on that old school, she'd bring out a belt and a heartbeat on anything. It did not matter. So I think we very much had different approaches. And then I feel like there were certain things you need to do for your kids. Don't expect your kids to just assume that they know how to cook for themselves or whatever, and they're little. So there was a lot of little no's in there. But I'm like Keisha, I don't if when Alexander was younger, I didn't want to date anybody that really had kids because after I learned we have different styles.
Right.
Now I'm at an age where most likely I'm gonna end up dating somebody with kids. But here's the catch: because I am older, 9 times out of 10, their kids are older too. Either they're out of the house, grown and doing their own thing, or they're going into college, or they're exiting out. They're in the middle of high school and they're going out. If your child is of the age of 0 to 3, no, I need you to wean off some things before we can holler. You know.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Cupid. Especially if they 0 to 3 and you not the custodial and you the other parental. That mean it's too many fights within that. No.
Especially if you ain't got no good co-parenting.
Yes. Ooh, honey. Let me take a sip on that one.
Okay.
Right. What about you, Destiny?
Everybody had kids. I got about 10. You feel me? It was about 10 of them motherfuckers. You feel me? Like, and it's not something that I like chose to do. You feel me? Like, honestly, I really it's not that I didn't mind, but I minded. Like initially when I was going in, it was like, all right, just keep them over there. But then it'll be issues like they daddy wasn't around in all the cases, you feel me, or the babysitter, so then they end up, you know, around. You know what I mean? Hey, shoot, I just wanted to eat your fruit snacks and smash your mama, but I guess we watching
So you who BB talking about eating the kids' fruit snacks and stuff?
Hey,
Yeah.
look, good quality foods, bro. Let me tell you, okay, WIC and food stamps, okay, give you the best
It's
of
a
things.
thing.
I'm
I
not
don't
It's a
know.
thing.
And that's why B give you a hard fucking time because you be eating up all the kids'
First of
fruit
all, B
snacks and
don't even
shit.
get food snacks. She's for the law. So she don't get food stamps. So that's
That's
natural
even
cash.
It
She
make
worse.
it
kills
even
my
worse.
You
baby.
pay
It
for it
make it
out of
worse that you
pocket.
eating the
You're
children's
lucky.
snacks.
We talk.
Bro,
That's even worse. If they ain't got food
We
stamps,
talk.
then you
Right. We
getting that
talking about the one with
money.
the food stamps is the ones where the snacks be good
I had
because they
to
got
make
everything.
I had to make sure there were no contaminants. I had to make sure that the artificial flavoring wasn't gonna destroy the. Like I only had like a couple, and usually kids give them to you. Like here you go. So if you give it to me, I ain't gonna say no. I like Welch's, but that's not neither here or there. But yeah, that's what happened to me.
Oh, what happened to you? You ate all the fruit snacks?
No,
No, I didn't.
you missed the point. Those were earned because she didn't
I
ask for the kids, and yet the
okay,
kids came.
when I,
So she got snacks with it. Like, see, you missing the point. You missing the point.
yeah, they
You
handed
got
them
Mm.
fed
to
in snacks.
like shoot. That's how we bond, eating fruit snacks.
Oh, okay,
I got
okay,
stepdaddy tag.
okay. Make it
Yeah.
plain.
Because, they're not giving us child support. So, therefore, we got to get it how we get it.
Okay.
Fruit snacks.
All right. Spot me
You
during
said
tax
because
time.
y'all not paying no child support?
Why would we pay child support? We in the house.
Mm.
You see, this is what we got to talk about. See, it's still going over your head. For
No.
me to eat the fruit snacks, I'm in the house, which means I'm now the parental figure, which means now
Is that what
we're
that
doing
is?
good things.
Or was you
Yes.
trying to eat the fruit snacks and smash
I
the
was trying to eat
mama?
her
I'm just
fruit
trying to
snacks and
understand.
their fruit snacks. And all in
And
all, the
that's your
kids was
mama.
trying to be a part of the party. Like,
But the whole point of it is we really trying to smash the mama.
that's
Okay.
it. We trying to eat her fruit snacks. But somehow,
But
some
that's
way,
why I'm willing to pay for babysitters. I'm willing to pay for babysitters. Cause
you
I
feel me? I don't
yeah,
want
I'll pay
those
for
times.
babysitter tonight, baby. It's no
Everybody I
problem.
had, I don't know if they didn't like their mama. I mean, the kids was straight, but them kids never came with a babysitter, and I don't understand it. I thought the government paid for that too, but I
No,
don't know.
I'm not.
no.
Listen,
Destiny.
listen. It depends on which tax bracket they in. If the government pay for the babysitter, again, here
Poverty.
we go with the food stamps. Like,
Yeah, with y'all.
listen,
I can't with
listen,
y'all.
like I
I
know for
can't.
real
Like,
because
for
no,
real.
seriously,
I
no,
can't even take
no,
you serious
listen,
right now.
no, because it's a real thing. Because listen, from the time I'm 32, y'all, thank God, but from the time I was a little younger, everybody in my generation had kids, and because I told y'all before I grew up a little bit, I had a thing for bisexuals. You feel me? It was a thing. It was a thing,
All
and
it takes.
no, it was because it was like the stroking of the nigga and the bitch in me. It was a thing. So because of that,
Where's tissue?
again, they came with kids. And me being a perfect gentleman, nonetheless, I'll be a stepdaddy occasionally. Like I'm gonna carry the stroller up the stairs. I'm from New York, so it's train stairs and shit. You feel me? You ain't gotta touch that. I'm gonna go over to the store real quick for the little infant. You understand what I'm saying? It's not coming out of my pocket because you got WIC because you ain't got no job. So again, we talking on the private level. So I was 18, 19, 20. Listen, step off of me. I had my own crib at the time. Step off of me, you feel me? But I was dealing with these women, and their food stamps and stuff helped at least put food in the house and stuff. So we were still good. It was an even exchange. They did the laundry, they cooked, they cleaned, they did what they needed to do. So I didn't mind being a stepfather occasionally. You understand what I'm saying? Um, and it was a thing. And then I was
Clean.
out here raising these baby studs also. So I was really a father at a very young age. I was
Mm,
doing daddy things from a very young age. And I feel like when they started taking their kids back, then you keep the motherfucking kids. And this is when I came to the conclusion I was gonna have my own kid because you can keep them. It's not fair. They love me now and they love my spots because let's be real, take kids a while to get adjusted. They want to know why you black and white, what God did, why he decided these things. And I done had all the great talks over the game system. And now you want to snatch them back. And now they're going to be traumatized because they're never going to meet another black and white person like me. And it's not fair to them. It's not fair to me for opening my heart to them and explaining to them why God chose to make me like this. All of these things was things. So now we stay away from them, and I don't mind, but they gotta be able to maneuver with their kids in a certain way. Like at the end of the day, back then it was hood rats and poverty level and stuff. So I was just starting to bop it. Now, if I mess with a woman with children, she got to be a mother first, respectfully. She has to be a mother first. If she's a mother first, I could deal with it. Those are now my requirements. But back in the days,
It didn't
first of all,
matter.
pregnant pussy definitely get
Yeah.
wetter. I'm not gonna hold you. And I learned that at a very early age. So it was game time.
You
I'm
guys
dead.
are
All right.
horrible. That is
Help,
horrible.
girl,
I'm
help.
dead.
Wait, because
Please.
at this point, I didn't forgot what the question is.
Right.
Can I get a
Exactly.
request? Can I get a what was the
Yes.
question?
We can get the
Cause what
request.
happened with it being wetter again and stuff?
No, no.
What's the
Listen,
question?
it
No, that's not part of the
does.
question. That's not part of the
That's not
What
part
was
of
question.
the question. I promise you, Tish.
you sure?
I'm
That
Can
is
positive. That's
excuse
not
not
me?
part
part
of
of
the
the
question.
question.
The question
Can I
was,
get a
have you dealt
read?
with people with kids
No,
and
the
all of those are
question
dynamics?
was
What was the question?
the
What are the
question
parameters?
was those of you who have children
Uh
with
huh.
you, or how is it dating someone who has kids? And if you don't, do you feel like it's difficult dating now that you have kids? That's the question.
Oh shit. I don't know where we was at because I would have never
Right.
guessed those was the questions.
right. right.
Anyways, anywho, so yes, what a person. So like, yeah, it's so ghetto. It's like would I date you if you have a child? Yes. You cannot be a deadbeat mama with me. I'm trying to tell you, like if you are, and if you out there and you thinking about it, hey, you out there thinking, if you was a deadbeat mama and you don't do what you do for your kids, like we won't work. So I will date someone with kids, but you don't get to be part time. I gotta show up every single day, and I seek somebody that gets and understand that in a way. And if you got a tangible something to apply yourself to, you gave birth to someone, you gotta show up. You gotta show up. So you ain't gonna be able to not to show up with me. Is it harder dating people with kids? That I got, I mean, it's five. Like, I understand if you're looking at me crazy too, shit. Because I was like, you said five? After four, before six, yeah. So look. Hey, baby, I get it. You hear me? Do you hear me? Hey, I want to, like, I don't know if I said this story, but, like, it was this one girl, y'all, that told me she liked me, but she ain't dating five kids. I couldn't do nothing but respect her. Cause you get to choose. And like honestly, baby, they coming. So I can't even do shit about it. Even when don't say my name in her no more. They mama, huh? They heard. Do you hear me? So it is harder. And I say it's harder because like honestly, I ain't one of them type of mamas. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't get to act like you've been shooting at the gym with us and shit. But you don't also get to not feel like you walking in here or you placing yourself in a situation you act like they don't exist because they do exist. So it takes to really a certain you got to be a special type of person for real. And honestly, I would get why people wouldn't. When that lady told me that she didn't want to date me and my five kids, I couldn't do nothing but respect her. Hey, big shout out to you. I won't say her name because people be acting ignorant, act like she should. No, she ain't have to do nothing, baby, because yeah, it was gonna be all five of them. Yeah, and they talk and stuff. They gonna ask you questions. They gonna be like, "Damn, these kids don't shut up. They don't shut up. They don't. They got a story to tell. And you gonna listen too? You a listener? You was stuck. Don't listen one day. After that, you was a listener. Do you hear me? So like, it's a strange thing for me, and it's just like it's really about taking the time and just really finding a person that gets it and understand it. You don't gotta have. At first, I used to feel like I really don't want to date nobody don't get parenting because I got five kids. So it was vice versa for me. I don't necessarily need you to have kids, but I kind of like if you had kids, you would understand that the certain things that be happening. So it was kind of one of those things that at a point in time I feel like I was only seeking you if you understand that I have to be a mother. If you understand that I have to have kids. Like this is it's a lot of them too. So it's a weird space, and really it ain't for everybody. Yeah, I'm telling you, on some days it don't even be for me. I'll be like, oh Lord, this what you doing on today? Wow. I know you say you get your toughest battle to your strongest soldier. Hey, I ain't been to the gym or nothing. Like, what's up? Like, what? You think I'm that strong? Shut up. Shit, let me get up in here. Like, so it's a thing. It's kind of different for me, and I'm still like for real ing in it and processing it, and to even know where I stand in it. It's gonna take a special somebody to be with me and these kids, baby. So
Understood, understood. So, for those of you who have children, even the ones that are older, are you guys actively co-parenting with anyone? And if you are, how does that help or deal with like relationships and talking to somebody new?
Me and my kid's father got a great relationship. We co-parent together, by not talking to each other on purpose. On purpose. That's how I co-parent to y'all, and it works wonderful. You know why it works wonderful? Because we realized, no, seriously, y'all, we realized when our kids was younger that it just don't work. So my kids had a cell phone at a young age. You ain't even got to talk to me. I prefer that you don't talk to me.
Man,
Call your kids. Have your
hey,
conversation with your kids. If we
hey,
need to really talk about something, hush, keep it. If we really needed to talk about something, what we're
let
gonna
me.
do is text. We're gonna schedule a time to have a conversation, and at the end of the conversation, we're gonna hang up. But yeah, that's how we co-parent. And I'm gonna be completely honest. My kid's father, he's great for them. When I lived in Atlanta, and I decided to leave Texas and go to Atlanta. But before I did that, I did have the conversation. So that's probably one of the few times we had a conversation. Um, but when he came for like their graduation and stuff, you know what I did? I'm off duty. This one got to go to work. This one got this, and the third. I am not back on duty until y'all leave. And
Right.
so that's how we actually co-parent. I know it sounds bad, but we realized a long time ago we get along better when we don't talk. Period. Because
Don't
we
sound
see
bad if it
differently.
works. It ain't bad if it works.
Right.
But here's my question. This is different for Keisha. Keisha's talking about her children's father,
Yeah.
whereas we as masculines being with a woman who has children, we're not daddy. I mean, I know for me, I don't want to be in that position. I'm an auntie or godmommy. That's what I do because I want to be able to shoot them up and send them back to your damn house, or send them over to grandmama's house or whatever. But I'm not statty. I'm not daddy. I'm not zaddy. None of that shit. I'm none of that.
You
So
know what?
Only to the mama.
Man,
but I'm just saying,
but
like co-parenting with me
but you
is
know what?
me supporting that woman and how she wants to parent her children. I don't put my 2 cents in, unless she is excessive on something. I might say, let's think about it. That wasn't that bad. They ain't burned the house down. They just, scorched up the kitchen a little bit. We can fix it.
Not
I
all
would
no,
that
they
just help
about to
a
be
little
extra.
bit.
outside with a free sign.
Because 9 times out of 10, I possibly helped them get there. I might have been
What? And
involved in
you
the
know what?
crazy with them.
You
You
know
know,
what? Keep it. You right. Okay, so I do. I can talk about one of my exes. When the kids was younger, we did separate, and like I told her, you have access to them. You ain't got to talk to me.
That's all.
She
That's it.
she chose she chose not to be there in my mind, in the kids' mind, but she got into another relationship. And what she didn't understand was I didn't take the kids. Miss Lady Ma'am called and said, that's not their daddy. So you don't need to be calling my woman. And I'm like, well, you might need to have that conversation because she on every emergency contact at the school. But to say later down in the line, like actually probably a couple of years ago, we was able to sit down and have a conversation. And now she talked to him. Now they grown, but you know what? But we still get along a lot better too when we don't talk to each other. But you can still, co-parent
and I think
over
that,
there.
and I think, but I think that's what hinders us or the other person who doesn't have the kids, once you get attached to children, that's not nice. If and I understand if we as adults can't get along, I get that. I get it. But if I've been around your kids for 2 hours or 3 days or 5 months or 2 years, let me choose to be able to contact them or talk with them or whatever, or still send messages through you if I don't feel comfortable going directly to your kids, if we have not had conversations like that, But
Right.
I don't understand why there is that. Why is it? And I'm gonna use Femmes, so don't beat me up. But because I know we do have some studs that have children, but we're gonna look at the film first, and then we go to the studs with the children next.
Tread lightly.
Because I don't date the studs with the children. Look, I'm trying to make sure y'all understand what I'm coming. Okay, so Femmes, why is it that when you do get with someone and then that relationship ends, why is it that if we still want to be in that child's life, why is there such a hard time with us being able to be in that child's life and you not be a part of it? I know the ladies on here are very open-minded, but I want y'all to take away your perception and think about another, the average woman, because y'all ain't the average women. Let me just go ahead and put that
Right,
out
like
there.
we're not the average dudes.
No, but because we want to be involved in. I'm willing to be involved in that. If we break up, and I like your kids. I gotta like your kids.
Definitely,
I'm willing to be a part of their life if I can figure out how. I'm I don't know how to do that. So I would accept that woman to be like, hey, we ain't together. I don't want to talk to you, but you can talk to the kids, and let me know how that works. Help me with that, ladies?
I'll let you go first, Tish, because I got a lot to say on that one.
I guess for me, like I feel like I'm not that type of person. I'm glad you made that clear that that's not where I stand. But just to play devil's advocate to it, like let's not play pretend that we. And now I ain't gonna say all studs, but don't be acting like we get in our feelings. Say for instance, when shit was sweet and it was good, you was promising the kids this, you said this, and you said that. Let's just say you got in your feelings, right? And it was something that was in between you and I, but that made you not do something, not come, not go, and you don't understand that. First and foremost, don't be talking to my kids and making promises and stuff that you're not gonna keep. Don't say things in a way that, cause honestly, like I got the type of kids that they miserable, they respectable, they gon' but I ain't put it ain't they can be a little slick too, baby. They might say something, but it just be like for that, I think that'll be the reason for me. Like if I was to be just like not, you don't get to keep making empty promises. You feeling the way, and when it's cute and we cute, you okay, you all good, and you making promises to the kids, and then when it's time to show up and you in your feelings, now you ain't coming. Now they didn't. Now all the stuff you told them still stand still. I gotta be the one. I gotta be the one that either A, make an excuse for you because I understand that we can get in our feelings or whatever, and we allow that to stop us from doing things that we made sure we said to the kids. Or B, like, you know what I'm saying? Do I keep it real with them? Do I say, hey, I don't, they didn't come. You know what I'm saying? And it be like more so trying to, don't, we ain't got to mix. You know what I'm saying? You can be an auntie. You can be a godmommy. You can be whatever. Don't place yourself with them in ways of where you, even as they aunties and godmoms, don't make them promises you can't keep. And don't let our actions and things that may happen with us stop you from doing what you should have done and what you told them you was gonna do. Because understand that as a mother, I think about all of that. And again, I don't think intentions be to necessarily do anything to the kids, but because of we get lost in the sauce and we forget what we said, and we don't put those things together. And I can get it. But the thing about it is just that's what keep me saying, hey, like, give me mine, baby. I ain't gonna beg. They ain't just have to. If it's hard for you to show up in a way that's comfortable for you, don't begin showing up. Don't try to show up.
I agree.
For
Sure.
real. And it just be that it's okay with being that passing by auntie. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to set a stand and make sure you trying to put yourself in a place in the space that you don't introduce them to a vibe you can't keep. Because I can cry in the shower, I can figure it out, I can do whatever I need to do when it comes to the separation of you and I, but they don't get to be figuring it out with their little minds and their little hearts. And so did we do something wrong? Do she not like us? Why didn't she come? Hey baby, yeah, it's a no for me. and I don't want to have to answer those questions for you. So instead, and with longevity and you know what I'm saying, the bigger picture in mind, don't. You don't have to.
I get it. To tag that, to answer your question, Cupid, from a different perspective or mindset, which I don't do. Um, they don't want the relationship to end. And some women, unfortunately, fortunately, which I think is the dumbest shit in America, is you want to use the kids to hurt the other person. Why? Please come get these motherfuckers. You want them, you can have them. Please. That's why I love
At the
people that
door.
love on my kids. Because guess what? When I need that break, down over there to Auntie, Uncle, Miss Cupid. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's what it is. It's like, oh, okay, so we not together. I know how to hurt you because you're attached to my kids. So if you can't be with me, then you're not gonna see my kids, and I don't care how you feel. It's some parents, not over here. Some parents don't think about the kids because they're only thinking about themselves because they're working out of a hurt place and not looking at what it is at that moment. And in that moment is about the kids. So I feel that why some of those women do those things is because they still want the relationship or they still want to feel like they got the upper hand. So they take the kids. Me personally, and that's another reason why I didn't choose to date somebody with kids, is because if we don't work and I'm attached to the kids, then my feelings are gonna be hurt. Or if the kids are attached to each other, then what happens if we're not together? So
Right.
I just feel like that's where that is. And unfortunately, some women use the kids and to play tit for tat. And unfortunately, it's not fair to the kids, and unfortunately, it's not fair to y'all because y'all done got attached to the kids. So now, when that time, shit, I be tired from work, Bay ain't there because I done kicked me and Bay ain't got along. But had we still been able to talk to each other, hey, can you come get the kids for the weekend, or can you come get them for a couple of hours because I need a break? But some of these women out here don't do that. Y'all stop it. Let them see them damn kids. You need a break.
Absolutely. I
Right.
mean, I feel like
Right.
I think that. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I
But
just
Thank you.
don't play on them. Don't
Yeah,
play on their
hold
little
on,
feelings.
hold
right now, that's the
on.
part.
Can you
Now,
hear me? Because I
when you
actually got
start doing
mine.
that, then yeah, I'm gonna take my kids away because guess what? They sitting up here waiting on you. They sitting here crying. They doing all these things because
Nah.
then, and the roles reverse. Oh, okay, well shit, fuck her and them kids. You know, them ain't my kids and things like that. But then I'm going back to Tish. How is that fair? It's June and you don't promise these babies we going somewhere
Mm.
and y'all not going. But I'm also flip it this way. Y'all need to stop letting these husbands that y'all get with keep y'all from y'all damn kids. Period.
Right.
You
She
can't
up here
stand up to
mad.
her and say, "No, these my kids, and I'm gonna be there for them." And if you can't take them, like Tish said, you can't take me and my kids. That's it. So therefore, y'all gotta stop that as well. Not allowing, letting people come in and to keep y'all from y'all kids. That's the choice.
Yeah.
But not all the time. To be fair, not for real. Like I joke a lot, but not all the time. Like because first of all, with the level of non-legal rights and things that go on when you're just bumping coochies. But we're getting intimate because again, relationships, lesbian relationships, we move really, really fast. So while we was there for 4 days, I know only a kid's favorite cartoon. Like we done went down and never came up for air. But I done been in the crib. I done cooked breakfast, lunch, and dinner at least twice. Not all 4 days, because what are you doing? It's not gonna work for us. But and all of those things, and that we're really tight. Like I know their favorite color. We got plans for next week. Whoop de whoop. But in that sense, with kids being emotional beings, like yo, the emotional foundation is now there. Now we all go together real bad. And then you get frustrated, or we maneuver how we maneuver. I can't fight you for that. I can do the thing and be. Let's be real. I could be a man's man, and I could send the cash apps. I could send the things to the house. And then after a while, I'm gonna feel like you're playing on my top because now I'm still showing you. I'm really trying here. I'm really still trying to uphold my ends of the bargains. I'm really trying to do the things, and then you withholding that. I can't beg you enough because I've been in situations where it's like, well, what you coming to do for me type shit. If you just wanted me to blow your back out, you could have asked for that. That's a separate question. However, what I'm saying to you right now is that the carnival's in town right now, and little JJ and Moquisha want to go to the
Just
carnival.
say
We all want to
names.
go
Just
to
say
the
names. Just say
JJ and
names.
Moquisha.
Just say
We
names.
listen for protecting our identity. Allegedly, we're gonna say JJ and Moquisha because again, this is in my ratchet years, so we're gonna go with the ratchet years. And I learned how to spell Moquisha. That's the thing.
That's
And,
ghetto. AF. You.
and I just feel like
Somebody mad at you right now
I
about
can't.
you talking about their children names, okay?
Right.
That's
No,
fine.
that's they need to get it
It is
together though.
Fine.
Covetta.
Hey.
It is
But
Covetta. Her name is
they
Covetta.
kids is mad at them. They kids is mad at them. And that's fine. We all mad at them. That's it. But what I'm saying is that I can't beg you. I really can't. And I can do all of the things because initially I'm gonna try. You feel me? But if I feel like you're playing on my top, then the other personalities come out. Because what you can't do is play me for fool. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, I can argue with you. We can argue for 2 to 3 weeks straight, and you're gonna think, oh, we just in the middle of a breakup, and I'm arguing for the breakup part of it. No, I'm arguing because this is where I want to stand, and where I choose to go after this is gonna be a reflection of you because you did push them kids out. The course is gonna look at me like I'm crazy if I try to take you to court. But I got the receipts for the last 4 months because we only went 4 months strong. And the lesbian relationship that was like 3 years. But I got the receipts.
Now
The
that is
cash
true.
app is ringing. But let's be real, because for me, I joke and
Take
stuff,
you off
but
my. I will take your
kids is
children off
really
my
the
tax.
world. I don't even want to file taxes for them unless you got like 4 of them. Then we should be splitting because you ain't
It's
gonna get
donate.
all the
No,
money
no.
back.
I'm
I
telling
Oh
think
you,
you should
my
donate
God,
it.
Lord
No, because the
Jesus,
way
no.
that
You ain't
shut
gotta have it. You
up.
ain't gotta have all that. Just take it off as a
Listen.
donation.
No, no,
No.
no. But
No, no. Take
no,
it
my
off
thing
as a
is that
donation. You ain't gotta have them
but
on the
if we
taxes.
no, we gonna be real. Anything after 2 kids, you don't see the money, so we should talk about this. But
Three
it's
kids, and
not
you
for
can
me. It's
really
for
split
you.
it.
Oh,
No,
but
it's
it's not
three.
for me. It's really not for me. Because again, first of all, in no situation have I ever needed anybody's money, so it's really not for me. But that gets deeper if we was in a real relationship or something. But I'm not filing
So
taxes
you
on
be
nobody's
in
kids. I
fake
never did that. I don't
relationships?
care
No,
about
I
that
didn't
shit.
mean. No, I'm not saying use their social
I
security.
be,
It's called
I
donation.
be,
You can write it
I
off.
be into ding dings.
Is there
You
a
said
is
a
there a
real
way? Is there a
relationship. You be in
raised
fake ones?
hand? Is there a
Oh,
raised hand thing on here when we got questions?
Destiny, go ahead.
Go ahead.
all right.
Oh Lord, come
Look,
on, Destiny.
look. All right, I know I'm ignorant, but I'm gonna try to be serious. First thing is like when people without kids come into a relationship with kids, it needs to be very well understood that you grew up with them, right? So you know the ins and outs of your child and how they gonna progress or whatever. Me as a person that's coming in, that's trying to learn them and be a part of a system, build a new system that works, and then continue on. I have to learn that. I have to learn myself, and you know what I mean. I have to learn the way you are. I have to learn the mechanics of them, how I react and respond to them. I have to grow so I'm able to teach them. It's a lot that goes on that, and I don't think that
Absolutely.
in relationships period that people think about that, like, that's not
Destiny,
something.
like, can I pause you? Because if you ain't thinking like that, you don't need to be with a woman with kids. If you're not ready to think on the magnitude that you just broke that down, to understand that, I'm gonna tell you, don't come around me because it's
Hmm.
gonna take for you to do
Mm-hmm.
all of that. Then they need to understand that because it literally these are little people. I shit, hell, I'm still get they is something different every fucking day for me, and I've been a mama. So for
And
you,
see,
baby, look, I'm praying for you. So if they ain't coming in and thinking like you, they don't need to step this way. And I just want to
Exactly.
fact,
say that.
But go
No,
ahead.
but
for real. Like,
us that they are, but it's different when you're really involved and when you're really invested. Like, it's one thing to go through the motions and understand, but it's another thing to actually do the steps and complete and be in full understanding of what you're doing. For example,
Absolutely.
um I was at relationship after relationship after relationship with women that was 10 at minimum of 6+ years older than me, right? And they all had, except for one, multiple kids. right? And the way I ended up in those relationships, I've ended one, but the next chick saw how I loved the last kid, wanted, you know what I mean, parts of that, you know what I mean, and then it just became a cycle of dumping. Now, the
Mm.
first set, right? The mama was so foul, you know, her daughter actually hooked me up with the next chick. You feel me? And she straight up said, "Mama living foul." You feel what I'm saying? You're going to Butterfly Gardens. You feel me? You feel what I'm saying? And after that, the
Kudos for the
relationship,
kids that look out for us.
yeah,
Damn.
I'm over here like
Salute,
shit. I'm like shit, shit, shit,
salute
Damn.
for the
shit,
youngins.
shit, shit. God,
Salute
Damn.
for the youngins.
oh Lord,
Damn.
okay,
I hope you
Hold
send
on,
money
hold on.
every
Let
birthday
her
because that
finish up.
kid was holding you.
Yeah, that
let her
kid.
finish
Look,
up.
Damn.
that kid got a
Yeah,
GoFundMe
she
or
knew.
bank a savings account with her. Yes, Mercy's about
what?
to be good for her.
What
And
the
like, you
fuck?
know, I thought, you know, the mom was acting the way she was acting, did what she did. You feel what I'm saying? So now I'm going into the next relationship hurt about the other three. And I'm, you know, doing everything I can to maintain a relationship with that, with those. And then the next kid comes along, you know, sees how hurt I am. And like, that's the kid that I got tatted on me. Like, I turned him into a scripture, like on my back. His name was Nehemiah. I met him when he was 8. I got the tattoo when he was 10. That's the scripture on my wrist. Like, you know, it's him and his mama. It says real, like it's an ambigram, you know, like on one way it's their names, the other way it says real love. Like, you know what I mean? It gets that deep, you know. And then eventually, like, estranged from him. But the only difference with her is that I was able to keep contact with that kid. But the difference was I jumped states, and you know, things happen. You know what I mean? I can't get back and forth like I want to. You know what I mean? And it's just real ignorant that if you know that that's what I'm doing, like, you know, if you know that that's what I'm getting at, you can at least drop the kid off, or, you know, we work on flights or whatever. It's not like that. You know, the previous relationship, girl had a football team, you feel me? But I loved them. You know what I mean? Like,
But you
you
what?
know, I was
Love
a
them.
head coach. You feel what I'm saying? I was very, very proud of them. You know what I mean? I had a very strong team. But by that time, you know, I had been in survival mode, and we are now five, 4 or 5 kids, you feel me, that I no longer have a relationship, not because of me, not because I don't want to, you know what I mean, but either I don't have the means to, the mother's not, you know what I mean, helping me out. She's, you know what I mean, doesn't understand, oh, you know, you could have done this, that, and the third, when it's not like that. I still got a life to live. I still have to be able to maintain the kid, my life, and get myself on track.
Right.
Now with this last one, I ain't gonna lie, it hurt me real bad because um out of all her kids, I love each of them individually. But the last one was the youngest one I had, and I raced. We look alike. You know what I mean? I taught him everything, everything. Right now, he's not even in kindergarten, or maybe he is in kindergarten, but he's reading at a 4th grade level. I did not play. You know, on my page, you'll see where I did quantum physics with them. You know, like I would teach myself things, you know, and I had to really break myself down. But again, being in survival mode, like when you're in that mode, I had to break down my inner child, break down what I had going on just to be able to do that. And sometimes when you're not taught how to do that, you know what I mean, it can get rocky. Things get rough. You know, they mama, you know what I mean, she had her growing pains, then mothered the way she mothered. Um, you know, the father, I'm not understanding what happened with that situation, but you
Bless
know,
you.
baby daddy drama, you know, went to court
Pressure.
the whole time. And it's just like, you know, I think people really need to realize, and it's not just like, and just in lesbian relationships, it's not just in like, it's just in relationships, period, that if you are not going to allow somebody to be in the child's life, you feel me, for the duration of their life, no matter what's going on, if you're not willing to work with that person, do not, if there is a slight possibility or chance in your mind that you're not going to allow them to work it out or see for what it is, do not allow anybody into those kids' lives. You feel me? Just stay the trouble. do not do it. You know what I mean? And if you are a person that could get into a relationship and, you know what I mean, feel like you would never, like, you know what I mean, another relationship could stop you from dealing with them, or maybe you get drained and you get tired of fighting with their mama. I'll never get tired of fighting with their mama over their kids. I don't care. You feel me? First of all, I spent too much damn money. You feel what I'm saying? And I had them kids looking damn good. You feel me? I put in too much work. You feel what I'm saying? I'm going to war for them every time. You feel me? Like, and I'll tie them up every chance I get. You know, I send letters to their grandma. I do whatever it is that I gotta do all the time. And right now I'm getting myself together so I can go get them. You know what I mean? All 10 of them.
12 of
all,
them.
you feel me? All 10 of them. I'm coming to get them all. You
But you
know,
know what
and
that's saying? It's
it's
not a
not
lot
a
of you
game.
out
You
there.
know, these are
That's
people's
what I'm
lives.
about to say, Keisha. Like,
It
I've
ain't a
been
lot
waiting
of
for
you
this.
out there.
Let me
Like
tell
for
you something,
real.
baby.
It
Let
ain't
me
a
tell
lot of
you
you out
something.
there from period. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
talk about it.
It's not a lot of you out there. And this is where how we talk on these topics and stuff. Women, y'all hear this. Like,
That's what I'm saying. I'm sitting here looking
y'all
like, let me
hear
tell
this.
you something.
Like,
My motherfucker
but,
don't do shit for these kids. And you talking about you out
right.
here doing what?
Right. And
Like,
on top of
I'm,
it, you know what? I'm be honest, Destiny, like shit. Like hearing that, and then I'm thinking about what the hell wrong with y'all? This motherfucker wants your kids.
man, like my
They
heart would
want
beat as
your
fast.
kids.
even
They want to
even
be
the
in
two
your
older
child's
ones that
life.
probably don't understand, and like, you know, she had like two teenagers that, you know, like, I
They
guess,
ain't
you know,
giving
they
her
live
no
in situations
excuses, Destiny. You
that
don't get that type of
I'll even
parenting.
do
You
for them.
don't get that
You know,
type
they
of love.
argue and don't understand, but it's like it's hurtful. You know what I mean? Like, and I carry that pain all the time. You know, they're the reason why I got out of my depression. She had two daughters, you know, and you know, I was going through a phase, and I'm not saying that people float their boat, but this is my story and how, you know, what worked for me. You know, I was having, you know, I'm not gonna call it an identity crisis, but I ain't gonna lie, you know, your girl was finna turn into a boy. You feel what I'm saying? It was finna get real legit in here, you know. But then, you know, I saw that she had daughters, and like I wanted them to know, like, you know, be you. You know what I mean? You can still be you. You know, you can wear whatever you want to wear. You can dress. You know what I mean? But I was raising ladies. You feel what I'm saying? Well, let me show you how to be ladies. You know what I mean? When it came to the young men, let me show you how to be young men. You feel what I'm saying? So I had to work on myself, and you know what I mean, even, and then I learned that, you know, they expose insecurities out of me, you know, and that's hard. You know, that is hard to deal with, especially when they're not even, you know what I mean, they're not yours, but they expose. Your kids will have a way, if you're really involved and you really doing what you're supposed to do, they will expose every inner child demon. They will expose every vulnerability, every insecurity, and you are met with that, you know, and then it's how to deal with it. And you have to be partnered up with somebody that's ready to deal, you know what I mean? Like, to deal with that commitment too, because now your partner's dealing with it and they got to understand, you know what I mean, what's going on. You got to teach the kids, and that's where communication works the most, and that's where relationships fail. I feel
Come
You
like,
through
better
with
and
the
it's
talk
not,
about
communication.
it. Talk
Come through.
about
it's
it.
not so.
Talk about
So
it.
all the Destiny baby mamas,
Little
all the
stupid
Destiny baby
asses. Little
mamas.
stupid asses. Stupid
Yeah,
asses.
let her see her
Little
goddamn
stupid
kids,
ass.
bitch.
Little stupid asses.
Girl,
Stupid ass.
let her see her
I'm gonna go
kids.
ahead and be ghetto with your little stupid ass. Out
Right.
here.
Oh,
No,
Man,
ghetto ass bitch. Let her
Little
see them
stupid ass.
damn
man,
kids.
You
hashtag,
And
can
you
only
know how many
listen,
women
listen.
understand.
wish that they
Uh,
Look,
who?
look, 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 look. We can get a group going, and we can go to all of these states with our tour bus
no,
with the
for
steps and thing
real.
on the
Like,
side, and we can
let
go
me
collect
tell
these babies because
hey,
we
Listen,
are a
let her
team.
see them damn
Right now,
kids.
hey.
we are a team, and we're not, because what we're not going to do is condone these kids being raised in a fucked up world. And if you're willing to give them good, positive structure, we need to support these things because these children are suffering at a high rate because of our fucking
Man.
dumbness, and not necessarily us in particular, but most people do not realize that the way
Or a
you're moving,
product of the
even having your
environment.
child watch you bounce from place to place or people to people and pick up the same energies that you're picking up is a problem. And it's
Man.
like, for me, like, The kids are our future. That's all the fuck we got. It stops with them. If it caps out with them, and then their kids cap out less than what they cap out because they don't have the ability to teach them where they should have reached because we are short stopping their growth because we're fucking ignorant and bringing all these things around them and stuff. It is a problem. Like even like with relationships, godparents, all of those things. All of those things matter when you're bringing these people into your child's life. Those are things that matter. They pick up mannerism, they pick up ideas, they pick up all of those things. And then they are picking up these things and now they have to navigate how to process it. Like they have to navigate how to utilize this information they're picking up. They got to determine if they can even let their mom know that they figured out some shit that they probably shouldn't have figured out. And now they gotta figure out it on their own and have these conversations with their friends in school. And now all these kids is just dumb, not like that, but picking up the wrong information or picking up inaccurate information and sharing it amongst each other. And there's nobody. We're so caught up in our own lives. We're so caught up in the parties. We're so caught up in the events. We're so caught up in work. We're caught up in things that we don't have control over, and then things that we do have control over. And then we're influencing them.
What I don't want, is a woman who puts me before her children.
Before her. Let me tell you, red flag, flag on the play. Flag on the play. Flag on the play.
I just saw.
I checked that shit.
I just saw a show, and this was heterosexuals, but I can apply it to us as well. And it was a lady. And this, first of all, this was I was perusing. It was late. It was Love After Lockup or some shit. And the dude was in California. The dude was in California, and the lady was somewhere else with her 3 kids. She had 2 teenage, a boy and a girl, and a little girl. And she was so adamant to marry this man. She took her kids because he couldn't come visit her. So she took her kids, packed them up to go visit for the weekend, and then decided, he told her, well, I can't go to where you live I can't leave the state of California for 2 years. She said, all right, well, she looked at her kids and said, well, we all moving. Ma'am, the only person who had sense, was her daughter that was about 14, 15 years old. She made the statement. She said, well, I'm not going. I got friends. I'm already established. I am in school. And why is you rushing to be with a criminal?
That part.
You know what I'm saying?
So I'm going to tell you, listen.
I'm only going to use that example because of the fact that it is apparent that there are women out there that will put me before their children. I cannot respect you if you do.
I don't.
If every weekend I don't see you with your kids, or you ain't calling them, or you leaving it, you know what I'm saying? It bothers me because then if we get together, is that the same kind of attitude you're gonna have? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you gonna leave me with your children because you feel like I'm the babysitter now, and you never want to do stuff with your kids, like us and your kids? I know at some point, you don't put everybody in front of your children, but once you decide that we are then we go to meet the children, right? And then we should be doing stuff together with the children, not always just me and you. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I'll have no problem with that at all. If I'm with somebody and you got kids, where we go? Your kids got a basketball game? I love basketball. Let's go.
Absolutely.
And the first time you tell me, no, I ain't going to that damn game, I'm through with you, but I'm going to the game.
What do you mean?
Because you're not gonna. The kids need encouragement. They need to see their mama there that says, "Hey, I'm cheerleading for my kids. I'm an accessory. I'm like a pair of earrings, guys. They are your outfit, right? I'm just a pair of earrings. Don't ever. That's the problem I have, and I think that a lot of women, stud or femme, will put that other person in front of their children because you're afraid to be alone. You ain't alone. You got children.
But that's
you ain't ever. I am never alone. Even though I have my 27-year-old lives in Chicago, I'm still never alone. I got 2 old people that I got to follow through as well. I'm never alone. So I feel like that's
looking for love and
honestly, I'm gonna say this. And take a page out of S'more's book. If you want your pussy, say that. Say that.
No, for real.
Just say that.
Listen,
say that.
Just say it.
on some real
Don't get me
lived,
involved with
on
your
some
children
real
and you a
lived
hot mess with
experience,
your kids.
Right.
on
Don't
some
get me
real
wrong.
lived
That don't mean I'm gonna
experience.
get down with you. That don't mean I'm gonna get down with you. But say that. Say I don't want you. I don't want
Okay,
nothing.
pussy.
I don't want to be in a relationship because I don't want you near my kids. But we can get down over here, and then I get to choose. But don't get me involved with your children and then you don't want to be around your kids.
Right.
And I do.
Yes. We go to
It,
where you get done. Tish, you had
What
your
you
hand
No,
up.
I was just saying, like for real, like, and I'ma just keep it a bug, and it goes for everybody, like on some real stuff. I know we start vibrating different energies, but allow me the space and place to choose where I want to be. If you really just want to come on down the little highway to get your little back blown out, you really don't feel like vibrating this type of energy. You just want to come and maybe drop off a gift or two when you come for the kids. You want to be auntie? Say that. Say that, because, baby, let me tell you how you don't got to play pretend over here. Just say that. And honestly, considering that I ain't into the life of where we just giving out random coochie coupons and we just fiddle faddling here and there, I'm sorry that I can fulfill what you need and things like that. But honestly, it'll kill so much time, especially when kids involved. I'm saying it to everybody here, for the people in the back. If you ain't really ready about this type of life and you know it's kids involved, say, I just really here I'm just here for a good time, not a long time. Say that, baby. I'll blow your
time.
back out. You want your back blown out?
And to
I
add to
got
that,
you.
and
Go
to
ahead,
add
Destiny.
to for the new people that's coming involved and they have like the exes or the baby that you know what I mean, when you're coming after somebody that was already there, leave it alone. You feel what I'm saying? Get your mouth off that. You feel what I'm saying? Like let the
For real.
relationship be what it is. You feel what I'm saying?
No.
With the next person, their kids, whatever. You deal with your female, you feel me, and you come up with your own relationship with them children. You feel what I'm saying? But do not cancel out. You feel me? And it doesn't just go for kids. It just goes to respect. Like if you respect and you love somebody, you're gonna respect the relationships that come with them. And if there's a relationship that you cannot respect, you need to identify, you feel me, what your problem is, because obviously them two people don't have a problem, you feel me, because they still maintaining a relationship.
Hmm.
You need to pick and choose what you want to do then, but do not go in there and start, you know what I mean, being negative and oh, if that they can't see. Do not do that. You feel me? Do you generate really bad karma? Really, really bad karma. I will put
Go
your ass in
away.
a jar. You feel
Hmm.
me? Or throw your and I
You
don't
talking about
even
with
you
the
feel
top
me?
on?
I'm really I try to give my life to God. But boy, I tell you, I pull out that hoodoo book in a minute. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm trying to tell you. And then for for me, like for real, like on some, I lived it. Like people, it's that looking for love, and my thing is that for as a parent, period, when you decide to have this child, because as us being gay, you didn't just mysteriously walk upon this child. I mean, respectfully, you either chose to be in this child's life, you chose to take the child in your wing, or you had this kid by laying down and, you know what I'm saying, doing what you was doing. And granted, you may not have healed some parts in yourself, and that's fair because shit, it happens to all of us. But when you decided to do that, and you're just over here like, I watched somebody deal with me, then meet somebody on Craigslist, and had them in the crib with their daughter, and their daughter was like 2 years old. I tell you, that shit set me on a different level of fire. I was going to jail because
Baby
I,
daddy recorded that.
as
Not
somebody
crazy.
who's been a victim
Did
of
you say
situations and
Craigslist?
circumstances, Craigslist, yo, yeah,
Wait a minute, hold
yes.
on. You said
And as a
Craigslist.
person,
Wonder why you was that mad?
Craigslist. I was
Crazy.
mad because you just met this person, got them in the crib with your daughter, and you thought she was gonna be funny when you invited me over, and thought it was gonna be cute. Bitch, I ain't even mad at you, but I'm mad for that kid. So because I've been a kid that somebody wasn't able to protect fully and stuff, you don't get to do that. So I'm gonna show you what this looks like in your reality. And I'm not gonna lie, allegedly, you know what I'm saying? I may have caught some situations behind it. But for that kid or any kid, I'm not gonna lie, it was non-negotiable for me. And we gotta have those conversations because, and it was a nigga. So he could have killed everything up in that bitch. Because I ain't afraid of that. You know what I'm saying? Thankfully, I walked in there with the mentality that I have. So it wasn't one of those situations. Actually, he ran up out of there. And now you got to see me. because you got a little girl in this house with somebody that you don't know, they don't know. Anything could have happened. Suppose nobody came and checked on you for days and you was just laying up in here with your kid. Like, we got to stop putting ourselves in these babies in these unsafe situations. That was a physically unsafe situation, but we put ourselves in emotional unsafe situations, physical unsafe situations, spiritual unsafe situations. Just like Destiny said, I could go put you in the jar. You don't know what the fuck people be involved in and doing and manifesting in their energy and in your energy because they can't have you. They can't. First of all, when you exchange these bodily fluids with somebody and you start sharing spirits with them, you carry them in a way that you got to understand that too. And we're so easy to put ourselves in these situations with these people because we looking for love and to feel wanted. Love your fucking kids because you have them. Those are yours now. Love your kids first. Let them love you. Maybe they'll heal those inner child wounds in you while you out here looking for somebody else to do it. And now you're endangering them and causing them childhood trauma and things of that nature because you choose not to protect yourself enough. You don't now get to choose yourself first. I'm sorry. Yes, if you do the right thing and you bring them up to a certain point, you'll get the moment where you could breathe. And hopefully, if you're doing the right thing, I promise you, God, the universe, whatever it is that you believe in, will walk those things into your life. But as long as you're not, if he can't walk those things, because he's not going to allow you to damage other people either. And that's not fair. So you need to get your house in order before you sit here and try to create a step parent for these kids, create a step parent for yourself because you lack parental guidance and issues. And it's not fair because some people in this world really believe in the foundation that needs to be created for this. Some people in this world really think about the impact that they have. If I can't do, I can't fucking do. Like Destiny says, some shit happens in life. You go in survival mode and stuff. And if I'm translating these things to you, then let's get on Uber. I mean, Uber don't really exist no more, but you get what I'm saying. Let's get on Zoom real quick. Let's talk to these kids. Let's get on FaceTime. I got some Wi-Fi with that real quick because shit happens. Shit happens. But at the same time, don't force them to experience what neglect looks like if they don't have to. Don't force them to experience trauma if they don't have to, because life is already going to throw them a handful of shit, just like life threw us a handful of shit. That's going to be their learning curve. It's some things you cannot stop them from learning because that's just the way God designs it. But when you add to their learning curve on purpose because you didn't choose to deal with your shit, when you realize that your shit is affecting your kid and you still don't stop, we got to have those conversations. We got to hold our friends accountable. We got to hold our family members accountable for that. Even if that whole sweep it under the rug, you know that uncle ain't supposed to go sit on that uncle lap. You know that shit. Like, you understand what I'm saying? You need to think about it in that fuck a family, fuck a friend when it comes to these kids. When I tell you, I tell everybody, when I have my kid, it's nothing personal. It is so not nothing personal. But when I tell you, you cannot impact them in a way that I by all costs. I don't give a damn who I fall out with. I don't care who you is. If you are feel like you need to yell at them more than I yell at them, we got a problem. You understand what I'm saying? Because I want to create that safety foundation. And yes, I want them to be well-rounded because I thank God that I experienced all the things that I did experience because it did make me a well-rounded individual, but not at the cost that they need to learn from trauma. I could provide them the tools with conversation. I could provide them on TV. I could provide them the tools with lived experience where they don't have to live it, but I already lived it. And that's what we got to think about when we have these children. And that's what I think people are forgetting. It looks cute in a family photo on Christmas, but that Christmas, that kid also saw you get your ass whooped. So before that photo happened, you got your ass whooped, went in there and put on some makeup, and now y'all took a family photo. And the kid gets to look at the photo, but the kid also know what happened in that household. Stop letting that be a circumstance. I watch so many people go through domestic violence, things of that nature in front of their kids and think that shit is okay. If you don't do it for yourself, do it for your kids.
That part. And go find a therapist.
I'm glad that you went there. I'm glad you went there because
Go find a therapist.
I watch a lot of Dr. Phil. I don't trust everything that he says, and I don't like everything that he says. But one of the things that he did say, or several things that he did say, was that, make sure if I get the numbers wrong, guys, I apologize. But if I'm correct, if you are dating someone that is not the biological parent to your child, it is a 45% chance. I think let me rephrase that. Between 38 to 45% chance that you put your child at a risk to be molested. And now, mind you, I'm talking about heterosexuals, but let's not get it twisted. It can happen in our community. It does happen. Let me rephrase that too. It does happen in our community. So that's
Mm-hmm.
another thing we have to think about when we have kids, because that's the other thing. And like and I think Tish and Keisha both said it. You can't put everybody in front of your children. Even though I might like you, this is something, yeah, we can kick it, but my kid and you can't kick it. You know what I'm saying? Or, us with the kid, it's not, there's just something, and you have to give it time, because eventually, as we have talked previous subjects about what Brittany calls it, your representative. You got to make sure that you're not dealing with the representative, because that day that you only been dealing with that representative because you've only known that person for a week, 2 weeks, you met them at Labor Day weekend in Atlanta, Georgia during Black Pride, and they was money. And then all of a sudden they say, hey, you wake up, it's Monday, it's Tuesday, the day after Labor Day, they still sitting at your house eating your snacks, because now they ain't got no job. They don't have a car. The people that they rode with done fucking left. Now you stuck with them. And guess what? There is a strong possibility they will put their hands on your child. Why put yourself in that category? Because you can lose your children
I'm going to
today.
jail.
You
And
can
that
lose
was actually
kids.
And you know
one of the
what?
big questions.
To add to that, Cupid, my kids are grown. And whoever I deal with or choose to deal with, you're not going to meet them. Like, period. I don't care how old my kids get. Until I understand and know who you are, you're not going to meet my kids. Period. Because I don't know who you are. You're not supposed to influence them. And I'm real big on energy and spirits and stuff like that. Nah, you're not supposed to bring that over here. You're not supposed to impart that on my kids. Period. You can't even come to my house. You can't come to my house. I don't know. You can't. Absolutely not. And that's the thing about it with some of these parentals, as I like to say. Ain't no dick or pussy that good to put your kids in harm's way.
I mean,
I
don't
said
get it
it.
twisted. I'm an A game giver, but you need to know me.
But
I
still,
want you to trust me and understand. I don't have any issues. It's the fact that take the time to get to know me, because I
Absolutely.
got a child. I mean, he's grown, but he's still my child. He gonna
Absolutely.
need to know you. So I still get to know me, just like I need to get to know you. We have to take, especially when little children, like S'more said, little kids. No, I am very big on that. I agree with you, S'more. You got to pay attention. I mean, I don't mind if I don't get to go to your house. I'm okay with that. I'm okay if I don't meet your kids the next day after I met you. It's okay, because
if you tried that, we gotta go. I'm running.
yeah. I mean, some people might even want to do a fingerprint, background check. I ain't mad at you. I
Well,
got
that
some
was
friends who
actually going
FBI agents. They will hunt you down.
the next question actually was going to be for those of you who had children, like what is the time frame that you wait before you introduce somebody to them, or do you even? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, my mother and father were never married. They broke up shortly after they had my sister. So I'm probably what, 3 or 4 when they broke up. And I'm gonna say to this day, I'm 37. I've met only two of the people that she's ever dated, and that was because both of them, one of them she was engaged to and it didn't work out, and the other one she was living with. So in order to see her, I saw him. But outside of that, I'm sure my mom was dated. She had did all her thing or whatever, but I never met because my mother was like, I have 2 young girls, so I'm not bringing
Hmm.
a man around my 2 young girls. I don't care who
Absolutely.
it is.
Yep.
So
That's how
that
my
was gonna
mom
be my
was.
question for those of you who had children, and if they're older when they were younger, like, was there a time period that you waited before you introduced them, or do you ever introduce? Keisha, you kind of answered it a little bit now, but anyone else?
Like, I mean, when Alexander was little, most people didn't even see. You saw pictures of him, you heard about him, but you didn't see him. I didn't. It was rare. I think one, two, two people that I dated only actually got to see him, and it was on weekends, that kind of thing. So and it wasn't that. I think for me, it's because he was a young black man, a young black boy, and I was, because I'm masculine presenting. I always put my mother as the person who would go to the school. my mother would go and talk, we would go to conferences, but I'd go with her, or she'd go with me, because being masculine, I didn't want anyone to tease him or give him a hard time, because my son is adopted. So that's already one situation, he's already got that to deal with. Then, because we did tell him at a young age, I think we told him when he was about like 9 or 10, that he was adopted. And he was like, very much, it did not matter to him. He was like, well, this is where God wanted me to be. That's how he looks at it. It did make me cry, so emotional at that moment. But then also, I didn't want him to have to be teased or bullied because his mother was a dyke or butch or any of those kind of things. So I did keep him very much hidden, or I wouldn't say hidden, but secure from those things. Now he's like, who are you dating? I need to know. My mother, I never saw her with anybody. It was like, I'm like you, Brittany, it was like rare. And as a teenager, I think I was in college, my mother dated a gentleman. Only time I had to go and say something to somebody. And I was like, my mother dropped some tears, sir. You either need to get on the pot, piss, or get the fuck away from my mother. That's the only time I've ever been in my mother's business. Other than that, I don't make judgment. Even now, my mother she doesn't put, the people that she dates in front of me unless she's ready, they're ready to be together kind of thing. And I think that's a good way to handle things,
Absolutely.
What about you, Keisha? And then we'll go to you, Tish.
Okay.
So for me, for my dynamics was a little different. My kids always went to their grandparents on the weekends. So if I was dealing with somebody, they wouldn't see them until I was really serious in dealing with them, because I felt like you're not supposed to be around my kids. And two, my kids are loving. Cupid can tell you, my kids will love everybody. And so I had to protect them from that space of getting attached to anybody. And so for me, if I did what I did or met somebody or whatever, they didn't get a chance to meet them, because I set that understanding. We can hang out on the weekends, but you're not coming to my house. Now, if I got comfortable with you coming to my home, you still didn't meet my kids, because guess what? My kids go to bed at 8 o'clock. You can come over from 9 to about 11, but what you're not going to do is spend the night. You know why? Because they may wake up in the middle of the night and they not going to see you kicking and hanging, because absolutely not. Because then I have a whole thing to explain and they ask me the damn questions. So keep it laughing. You know my
plumber.
kids.
I'm just a plumber. I was checking the pipe. I gotta go. I'm just a plumber.
You better get your ass under that sink.
I'm under the bed. I'm under the bed. Like, oh my
It's
god.
gonna be a big old flood in a minute. But I didn't. My kids didn't, because I just didn't want that. And just things I saw growing up, I didn't want that for my children. You know what I'm saying? So was I out there in them streets? Yep, on the weekends. But I was a mother Sunday evening to Thursday or Friday. And then guess what? I'm out here because they just had their grandparents, and their grandparents understood that me and their father had them young. And even though we wasn't together, they like, nobody gonna keep my grandkids. If you want to go out here and you want to wild out, you're not supposed to wild out with my grandkids around. And so I thank God for them for showing me that you're not supposed to. You want to go out here and do what you do, go do it, but you're not taking my grandkids with you. So that was me. They really didn't, because I took being a young parent serious, kind of like what Cupid was saying to a point. I was already Black and I had kids young. And so they already think, oh, we don't know nothing, or we out here just doing whatever. So I took parenting to the heart, because I wanted my kids to have A, better than me, and B, I didn't want them to be labeled as anything because they had a young mother. So I took parenthood and school and all that serious. But my reward was on the weekend when I was out there wilding down them streets. And if you couldn't understand
Not the
that,
streets, Keisha.
yeah, I was out there in the streets. I ain't gonna lie, honey. Back in the day, anyway. I mean, I'm for real. That's my story. But if you couldn't understand that my kids came first, and you couldn't understand the boundaries and the parameters of being with me, then we couldn't be together. I don't give a damn if it is, say, come through, and then take your ass back to the house or wherever the fuck you came from. You just, my kids came first in that space. So anybody tell you now, my kids still come first. You'll get cussed out
As
behind
they
mine.
should.
You get cussed out behind mine. So that's just kind of how I handled it and still do to a point.
Okay, what about you, Tish?
Okay, so like we kind of went over this a little bit before in previous shows, but just to kind of spread a little bit more light on it. So in the beginning, like I'm like Keisha, like boom, ain't this, ain't that, you ain't nobody finna womb, ain't nobody finna wop. So when Think Like a Man came out and Steve Harvey was really big and he was talking, one of the things he said was, don't wait to introduce that person to them kids. Because y'all get to be okay and everything is sweet. Y'all done fell in love. Then they come around your kids and you realize they can't vibrate. They can't be in the midst. They can't. It is an essential and essentially it's like time wasted in a sense. So I've been in a different perspective with it. Like honestly, and I want to say it out loud and just to be clear, like I'm in seek of a life partner. I ain't finna play with nobody daughter. Do you hear me? Like none of y'all. Like nobody. I don't. Nobody. Nothing. I don't care how you identify. I don't care what you signify as. I don't care about none of that. Like none of it. And I'm not playing in a place in a space because you know what? I know what I seek. I do have these kids, and like your kids, Keisha, my kids love everybody. You can be an auntie, uncle, real fast, and they do it on their own. I be like, huh? TT who?
Miss
Okay, all right.
Shannon.
Miss Shannon. They,
Miss
you know what?
Shannon.
He said, Mama, what happened to Miss Shannon?
Miss Cupid.
Yep.
No, it's Miss Shannon.
It's
It's
Miss
Miss
Shannon
Well,
and
Shannon.
my
her
It's
kids.
Miss Shannon.
her
She
So
kids
my
call
said,
me
kids, Tish, they had to put a handle on people's name. So they couldn't come and say, hey, Tish, you either TT Tish or
who?
Miss
Now who
Tish.
kids? I said, that's your friend? You know her?
Right. So
How
when
you
they
gonna
first
say,
met Cupid, they would say, hey, Cupid. I said, you better figure out a handle. And they said, hey, Miss Cupid. And she,
okay, you don't know them. Hey, baby, have she gave you up and that? And I don't play that shit. But for real,
right.
is that your friend? Do you know her? Cause she Miss Shannon. Okay. Even if you got question of Mrs. or Mr. or Mrs., you better figure it out, baby. It's a
We better put a
somebody.
handle on that
It's a Mr. or
sometime.
Mrs. Mama. She is that a? It's Miss Shannon. Just in case you was confused. I don't play that. I don't play that. I don't.
Nah,
I don't.
absolutely not.
And the thing about it is, like, we have to take hold of our kids. So I'm in a different space in a place. Like, honestly, I'm in seek of a life partner. And it doesn't look like nothing that's strenuous or pressure for somebody, but don't step if you can't slide, baby. Because it's step or slide over here. I done
Mhm.
did it. I done fiddle faddle, I done whittle waddle, I done shook the shook, I done shake the shake, and hey, baby. Hey, okay. All right. I didn't spent the block. I didn't build on the block. I didn't remodel the block. Hey, block, baby, block. Come listen to me. Come here. Come closer.
That
I ain't got
part.
time to play with you or the block no more. Do you hear me? Do
That
you hear
part,
me?
honey.
And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with
Listen,
that.
I'm
I'm
okay with
okay.
it.
Like honestly, if you don't vibrate in that, like so these kids right here, it's five of them. Cinco, yeah, yeah. Right after four and before six, yeah, them. It's that many. I know it's ghetto. Let me tell you something. Can I? On a lot of days, I be like, Lord, what's happening? You said these the kind, okay? They be doing stuff, and I get it. So I need you to know what's happening over here. Not necessarily you coming in the midst, not necessarily you being over here, being in. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's some
Yeah.
stuff that be happening. I don't need you to come over here. I don't need you to fall in love with just me. You can't. I'm a whole, and I'm telling you right now because baby, my heart and who I am and what I lie with is with them too. So you you come see. I want you to come see. You gonna have to see. You gonna have to see. And it ain't for everybody. That's not for everybody. But when we didn't talk and got to the point where you realizing what I see, and if you okay with that, if you want to fiddle faddle, just say that. If you want to have a little rumble in the tumbly, baby, just say that because on some real stuff, like I had to be different. I'm up here, we cute as a motherfucker for 6 months, and you like your son do what? He might bite people from time to time, but he got out of it. He growing up. He don't do it. It's like he used to.
Can't stand her.
Look, so
No.
look, he
Y'all
used
better
he
not
used to
ever
fight the
call
people,
me
but he don't
ignorant
fight them
ever again.
no more. No, for real. Like, let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck.
Not no more.
Not
Like,
no
but
more.
serious.
Not no
Let me
more.
let you know, baby. Let me let
Like
you know what you
last
walking
week.
into. Let me let you know what walking. So he ain't had to. So it's been a while. It's been a minute. I'm dealing honestly, and I want to be keep it a buck because I'm dealing with some shit that I ain't even never know I would have to deal with. So I don't even want you to walk in here thinking of making my way downtown. Hey, wait, slow down, baby, slow down. Wait, before you get all the way here. Let me see. Wait, before you get all the way here. Let me see. Before you get right. This is a gas station. Pull over in there. Pull over in there. Pull over.
Oh shit.
And I'm only saying this because I believe it's fair. I believe it's fair for you to know what you're walking into. Cause I'm and y'all, if y'all know my kids, y'all know their story. Like, and I ain't afraid. They ain't what they been through. I'm not what I've been through. Two of them was born addicted to heroin. You know what I'm saying? We fight different things. My oldest son got sickle cell. My youngest son got autism, and in between, it's a lot of different cocktails of things. Baby, who kids? Not mine. They will be great. So understand what you walking into. Cause I'm talking about, I'm breaking generational curses.
Come
I'm up here
through.
trying to create generational wealth. So you gotta understand what you walking into. Let me out on some of the days. So look. I tried to keep it cute, just like it's just me and you, boo. Mama, blowing me up. I can't even be having me on a date or nothing. Damn, when y'all talking about, well, AJ took my juice. Don't call me for that. It ain't even nothing important. Damn, if ain't nobody dying, don't call this little phone. What's up? Everybody gonna go tell TT? Shit, I'm on a date. Baby, look. Hey, baby interrupted our date 15 motherfucking times. Are you okay with that? Cause we can't even be gone. We can't even be gone. And I told them I was going on a date. They don't care. They don't care. They don't give a
They don't
shit.
care.
They don't give a
I don't
shit.
care.
Are you okay with this? Because we can be somewhere pretty and it can be beautiful. And that motherfucker keep on going, they call for the fourth. All right, they call for the fourth time. Something got to be happening in here. And then be like, Mama, so I told AJ, what? He called me 4 times for that. Hey,
Oh,
baby, you need to
God.
know what's going on in this house. You need to know what's going on. Can you deal with that? So I can't wait on that end. I ain't even gonna hold nobody. You need to know. You deserve to know. Cause let me tell you something. I be like, hey, let me get my shit and get up out of here. They don't care about me in this house.
They're not really like that. They're not really like that. I'm gonna defend them. Let me defend them. They're not really like that. They got some
You better
amazing
stop
kids.
lying.
They're
You
not.
better stop
They're
lying.
not.
You know
Don't
it
listen
get
to
ghetto
her.
in this piece.
Don't
You
listen to
know it
her.
get ghetto in this
They're
piece.
not really
You
like
know it
that,
get
y'all.
ghetto. You know it get ghetto
Her
on in
kids
this piece.
are so cool. Look,
And they,
that don't listen to her. They're not like that.
hey, she trying to find me a capable tutor, and I appreciate you advocating for me. But don't motherfucking lie to these people. It's ghetto as hell up in here. Do
It's
you
not.
hear me?
Look,
Let
guys,
me out.
don't be scared. Look, don't be scared. They are cool kids. They are. They
It's
are.
just a gang of them. That's all. They're lit, but it's a gang of them, and they come with all of her personalities.
And they ask them,
And
look, if you don't like somebody asking you questions, do not go to Tisha's house.
Don't come here.
If you don't like little people asking you a million and one questions, do not go to her house.
A billion. They want to know everything, but that's
5
good.
million questions. But then I want y'all to, if you ever go to Tisha's house and they start telling you a story, it take all of them to tell you, because
Sit down. You might as well have a sex. You might as well have a sex. Sit on down, baby. Sit down. Sit down.
You have to sit. You have to. But they're not that bad, Tish. They not like that.
Did I say that was bad?
Then they got their own friends too. Then they got their own friends, so it comes with 10 of them. It does, because they be not many friends too.
Hey, it's 15 of y'all motherfucking ass. Y'all always want to bite somebody else. No, can't nobody spend
She
that
got
over
her
her.
friends. They got their friends. The whole house be just full of love and a lot of people and a lot of things going on.
Absolutely.
They running up and downstairs. Somebody in the kitchen talking about, you think mama want me to serve it this way or that way? You want me to you think mama did I stir this right? S'mores? And I be like, it's looking good, but your mama really the chef. So let me call her too.
It
be like that.
And don't let Lorenzo experiment Because he will. Hey, he can come up with some things. He's a man. Look, he's a little scientist.
That's not funny,
No.
and you shouldn't either. It's ghetto as hell here, y'all. They keeping it cute, and I appreciate
And,
y'all. I appreciate y'all
and
because
then
y'all been up
Lanaya
in
be
here.
like,
But now you gonna get on
Lanaya just want to
everybody.
sleep.
She like,
And she's
Mama,
telling
they up there
everything, but she
cooking.
just want
They
to sleep.
cooking, Mama. I told them not to do that. They up there
Yeah,
doing
she
that.
real clear. She real clear. Like I know what's about to happen to y'all. I done told Mama. I told them, and it. Hey.
And she do. This
Mhm.
one. So you see how you know that? Are you prepared to deal with this ghetto ass shit up here, baby?
It's
You need to
hey.
know.
If you, I'm gonna let you know. If you are interested in Tish, it's worth it. It's worth it. Them kids and her, it's worth it. It's worth it. Cause you gonna see how we laughing. That's what you gonna
They're a
do.
lot of fun. They're a lot of fun. No, for
That's what
real.
you gonna do.
For
You
real.
gonna laugh too.
But
Y'all find
it's a
something
lot of
safer to do, baby.
personality. It's a lot
Find
of
something
person.
safer to
There's a
do.
lot
Y'all
of
don't want
person.
this smoke. Find
It
something
is
safer to
pretty
do.
safe
That's
over there.
fun.
It's pretty safe.
Hey,
I would
It's a
hey.
say get
lot.
out.
If you
Get
ain't
out.
prepared, but it's pretty safe. No,
Them
this
kids gonna shoot y'all ass with a Nerf gun.
Definitely blow their ass up. And I be like, well, why did y'all shoot the people? Didn't I tell y'all not to do no guns? No guns. I said no guns, goddamn it. Where y'all get these guns from? See what I'm saying? It's ghetto. It's ghetto. It's ghetto. Stay away. That's why I can't hide it. I can't wait to the end with them, y'all. I can't just be saying, no, hey, there's 5 of them over here. You want to peek up in here? You want to see? You might want to check it out, baby, because it ain't for
they
everybody.
be
It
at
ain't
the
for the
door.
weak. It ain't for the weak. It ain't for the weak, and I ain't
It
gonna
ain't for the
hold
weak.
you. So, I don't. I'm still like, and I said that last time. I'm still trying to figure out how to vibrate in it, how to do it, because I don't want us to walk in love and we just all be over here cute and shit. And you realize that my son bite people and shit. You like, he stopped biting everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, and I'm still working
He
on it.
must
Can you
really
help?
love you. I feel like it's love. It's a love bite.
Yeah, chew on your ass. He'll chew on
That's how
your
we gonna
ass.
call it. That's what we gonna do. We gonna call
He
it a
might
love
It's
chew
a
bite.
on.
love bite.
He's
I
I
grown
like
think
up.
that.
the cuteness
That's how
aggression.
he expressed
That's
his
what
love.
It's
I don't
up and
know.
there
down for
is
that
such
one.
thing as cuteness aggression. That is an actual thing where people will bite or squeeze or anything because they really are
Yeah,
aggressive.
it's how he expressed himself.
So
There
that
you
It's
go.
only
He
there is.
8.
like you.
At 8, that might be a little misunderstood at 8. But you know what I'm saying? We working through it. We are. Don't bite people, son. People don't clean their skin. You don't want that taste in your mouth. I don't know what to say. Shit, like I be trying to
Don't
figure it out
but
on the daily. So you gotta be ready to figure the shit out with me. You ready to say some shit?
Mhm.
Just don't bite people,
And you
son.
gotta
You
have a
want
tag team.
Yeah, don't bite people, son. You don't People don't wash their skin. Don't put their skin in your mouth. That's what I gotta say. We up here chewing on motherfuckers.
Hmm.
So are you ready to explain not to chew? Cause he be chewing. So if you ain't ready for that, I ask you to stay away because that's where I'm at. And I want you to know that. And I understand if you don't want to deal with the shit. I do. I do. Stay
So
away.
I want to know. I want to know from the films on the phone, including Brittany. Would you today have children? More children?
Fuck
Oh,
no.
oh Lord Jesus.
Wow.
Lord.
This is
Why
Wow.
not.
would I do
And let
that
me
to
say this. This is
myself?
not
Okay,
Lord.
counting
hold
fur
on, hold on.
babies.
Okay,
This is
hold on. Let
real
me clarify
children.
that. Let me clarify that. Let me. What the fuck? What I
This one
personally,
holding her stomach. Keisha cursed us out already.
what I fucking have. Okay, so honestly,
Since you can add two
honestly,
more, and you got a basketball team with 2 subs.
Oh hell no!
That
Somebody
part.
else kids bring my cousins, they aunties over there. Keisha, what you got? You say you got 2, baby. We need to add. We need to divide and conquer.
Y'all wouldn't have
so
y'all wouldn't have.
listen, yeah, I'm not. Okay, so I can say this. Me having more kids, fuck no. That's some bullshit. In the words of Tish, that's fucking
Wow.
ghetto. Who would do
As
that?
fuck.
Why
AF.
would I do that to myself? Like, honestly. No,
Wow.
fuck no.
Children
Can I
are
say
But,
something? Can
amazing.
I say
and fuck
something? Can
that.
I say something? Can
Fuck
I
them
say
kids.
something? I like if I let me tell you the parameters of me being having another like birthing after this canal after because I can really donate this whole uterus to science and give it to somebody else who's worthy. Get that lady this womb. Let her birth her own children. Let her feel it in. Let her feel the flutters, baby. Because I'm completely fresh out of who can't. I'm okay. I did it. I paid my dues to society. She was a young woman. She get to have kids. I feel like I'm steady. I feel like I'm in there. I feel like I'm in there. But the parameters of me giving birth, yeah, I gotta be wealthy, barefooted, and I want to walk into my pregnancy. I want to be able to say,
Oh, oh
Oh,
no, we lost
hold
him.
on.
I'm
Uh,
worried. I want to be able to say today. Me and the baby are gonna sit outside, and we're gonna breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And we're gonna in through your nose and out through your mouth. And then we're gonna walk over here to the garden, and then we're gonna manifest. I want the baby to. I want to be so peace. I want to be wealthy enough, stable enough, in a place and a space enough that I get to walk my child into this ghetto ass world because it's ghetto as fuck. Okay, it's all type of stuff happening. We need to really keep our stuff to ourselves until we figure out a better time and space. But it's another story. Okay, you want to have a baby right now? Okay, so I need to be able to be barefooted, and I want to be able to design the nursery in my sleep because I'm tired because I've been, manifesting this baby all day, and I think I have some great.
That ain't my testimony. That ain't mine.
No. Let me tell you. And why I'm saying it,
I'll be there to support you, but no.
Keisha, why I'm saying that, and why I'm saying I was in labor for 72 hours. I used to have to spit in the cup. I can only eat Sunny Delight pickles and cup noodles for motherfucking I don't know how many months. And then after they had me in labor for 72 hours, they told me have a C-section. A C-section? Y'all could have been got this baby. Why you ain't been come get this baby then? What?
Let me tell you. That last one.
Up out of here. Let me up out of here. No.
Do you know why it's only two? I'm going to tell you why I only got 2 kids. I'm going to tell you why I only got 2 kids. Because that last one, that'll be 24 on Saturday. That little heifer took me up out of here. I think I died 3 times during pregnancy. She took me out of here.
Y'all scaring me.
My contraction, listen, this for real. See, they gonna give you that fake shit. I'm gonna give you this real shit. Baby, that one, I told them y'all ain't sending me home. Fuck this shit. Find me some medicine. They said, ma'am, you're not dilated enough to get
a balloon up in there.
Y'all better find me some drugs. Yeah. So to answer your question now, if I wanted to have more kids, I couldn't.
Jesus is gonna have to put the baby in me back. The Lord gonna have to say, Lord,
we're gonna be rich. We rich.
Lord,
we rich.
I'm telling you, it's a phenomenon. It's the Lord, the Lord.
Yeah. Now, would I date somebody with kids? That was always a hard no. But I find myself possible. Depending on the kids, I gotta like the kids.
Cause I might have time for no ghetto shit. Let's just be
honest. On top of that, like it depends. Like I'm open.
You with a partner, and your partner says, "I want to have a child," so they're willing to take.
You want to have a baby?
Person to hold a child, though.
You want to have a baby?
No, I'm not.
Support
me. I ain't talking about me. I'm not doing it. It's a no. It's a hard no.
I
ain't doing the first time.
What makes you think I would do the ice cream? I give you ice cream in the middle of the night.
Right, I'm like this.
Why you can't have?
I'm gonna rub your stomach. I'm gonna talk to the baby. I'm gonna rub your.
I don't think you ladies understand. I don't think you ladies understand.
That's my baby.
Everybody's talking at once. Hold on, 1 second.
Now,
so saying Cupid, and then
so ladies, I need y'all to all understand. I didn't do it the first time. What the hell makes y'all think I'm gonna do it a second time?
Why you think we gotta do it a second time? Why we gotta do it again? Why we gotta do it again? You ain't even had no part. It's your turn. Tag. You're it. Tag.
No. You know, one of my exes told me, "Well, you already did it. Your body went through it, so you might as well just go ahead." You got me fucked up. You can feel this just like I did. Why I gotta feel them again?
You spend.
Why I gotta feel the contractions again?
Hold on for a second. Before we go through, I'm gonna get to you s'mores in just a minute, but Destiny has not been able to speak up at all. I want to run into Destiny real quick. And to answer your question about whether or not I would have a child currently, I don't have any children. So, but I'm 37. So it's like if I ain't had it by now, it's like I don't know about all that. Now, would I date somebody who's willing to have a child? Like if they want to go through IVF in the process? Absolutely, because I do like kids. So I would do that. And if it comes to the point where it's too dangerous for her to have it and my eggs are still viable and everything, and I can safely have this child, absolutely, I would go through that process. But only once, and with nothing else. Like, only once. And we ain't gonna have 2, 3, and 4 once, and that's it. But then we're gonna kick it down.
So that means that you can do that fertilization thing so you can push out like 3 at one time.
So what you doing too much. You adding too much in stuff. You just adding stuff in for people when you want to have one. No,
Why
you have a
y'all don't
twin,
want your
damn it.
twins?
You have a twin,
I
damn
don't. I
it.
don't want.
Who?
I'm gonna let y'all do that.
She done talk to you
But
through the
see, you
teeth.
know
It's
what you
real.
Hold
did?
on, hold on. I got this.
Sorry,
No,
Destiny.
I
Go
got
ahead,
I
Destiny.
Destiny.
used to
We
agree
gotta
with
go
you
this.
on some shit, Cupid. Hell fucking no. You wrong for that
Hold
shit.
on,
Go
hold on,
ahead,
hold on, hold
Destiny.
on.
Go ahead,
I'm sorry,
Destiny.
Destiny. Go
Destiny,
We
ahead.
gotta
tell us
get
what.
we gotta get this.
Look at Destiny
You
face.
see, looking like hell now.
Go ahead, Destiny. I'm
I'm
Cause
sorry.
it's
sorry.
ghetto out here. It's
What
ghetto.
was
Cause
it?
people talking about let somebody do it. Got me fucked up.
We was at some ghetto shit where we was explaining how, you know what I'm saying, if we were to have kids and how hard is it dating. That's where it really started at when shit got ghetto, Destiny, for real.
Right. Go ahead,
But the
Destiny.
question, Destiny, that was asked was about having a kid currently, and that's what we were talking about. Would you be willing to have a kid currently?
If I would have, man, hell yeah, I get to keep it. Like,
That's the theory.
you feel me? Like, you know, like, shoot. And then that nigga job is to find the other little niggas and bring them all together. Shoot, that's your job is. Like, shoot. Like, I mean, and then like the only thing I'm scared about, right? And I think is real fair is that they say that your kid come out 10 times worse than you. And I don't know what worse than me looks like. Like my mouth is crazy. You feel me? And I do believe now in allowing a child to speak, but I might have to pop that kid in the mouth, or what that kid might have an aspect of shut up, you're not supposed to say that. You know, like but that was funny though. You know what I mean? Like I'm just
Right.
Look,
You did
give me
that.
some dap. That was good. I like that. Don't do that no more.
you know, but then I'll be upset
Don't
if
tell
it
nobody.
don't look like me. So if it don't look exactly like me and I worked so hard and I wanted it so much, do I really want it? Why do you look like
Wait,
See,
what?
somebody I don't
yo,
want?
Destiny, I really felt.
Oh my
Yo,
Wait,
god.
Destiny,
what?
Destiny, bro. Like for
I told you 10 times. Now
no, for,
imagine 10 times worse than that.
you feel me? Because I keep saying this. First of all, everybody like how you know you're gonna have a boy. Because God know not to even play me like that. It's going back to the sender. Don't know who sent that kid, but it's going back to the sender. That's crazy. A daughter? Hmm. That's wild. And then my thing now is if I don't have a kid with spots, because my whole brand is about my spots. And I feel like they dropped the ball on my spots. Like I didn't love my spots till later on. And I want a spotted child so that I could bring this spotted child to be the God's gift that I was supposed to be from like two. And I only became as I got older and really understood and walked into my journey. Um, and was the great s'mores that y'all met today. But I do like s'mores junior is a thing. Like whether my kid is a girl or a boy, it's gonna be a junior because what y'all are welcome. Because before I was scared to give y'all me again. Because wow, it took a while to get to where I am now, and I'm still walking and working in progress. So, y'all get what y'all get. So that kid, that's gonna be insane. And then y'all do know I'm adopted, so I don't even know how deep this bloodline thing go. I don't know how far and dangerous it gets sometimes. I'm still learning who I am most of these days. So I worry about that. And I really, Destiny, you hit that shit on the nose. Because what? And then what if I gotta I'm all trying to do the gentle parent. I'm all trying to be a good parent. I'm trying to, But if I gotta
Look,
fuck you up,
they are not. You don't be their friend.
that's,
Otherwise, you turn out with envelopian children that don't
nah,
know how
but
to
see,
act. Okay, and we don't do that over here. And I ain't saying beat your children, and I'm not saying whoop them. I'm saying discipline your children. Time out don't work
nah,
for all African American children. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Let me
nah, I
just
feel
say,
like,
you
but my,
can't gentle
Yes.
parent ungentle kids. You cannot gentle
that's what I'm
parent ungentle
saying.
kids.
Mm-mm.
And my thing is,
I'm
what if,
trying. I'm
like,
trying.
what if, like, what if, like, my kid, like, really retarded like I am? Because we know I'm, like, a little special sometimes. Not a lot. Don't do too much on me because listen. But what I'm saying is, if I could be completely transparent, it's some things I looked at myself and be like, wow, you ain't even had to. So, my kid, and then my mouth and the way I respond, and before I got to the point where I could talk, I would hit a person first. And I feel like I support those things. Because if a person puts you in a situation, you gotta fuck them up. We'll deal with the consequences later. But I also learned that that's frowned upon in the communities
I think
that they
you
may
know
sit
what?
in.
I think that if you stay calm, I think if you're calm and I have not been through this, so we can always refer to the ladies who have, is that if y'all are calm, that means that there's a possibility your kid might be on the calm spectrum. You know what I'm
That's a
saying? Like
fucking
they
But I
lie.
just got here and I ain't even still calm yet. See, that's the thing. Like, it's an active work in progress. And it's because God has really been so strong in my life. And I appreciate all he does. But before my kid get to understand what that looks like, they're going to be the part of me before I got there. Like, before I got to the. Because, see, it depends on the environment. Y'all know me. Y'all know me. Y'all done set a couple of environments for me now. The calm comes sometimes. The calm sometimes come after the storm. Like, it depends on where I'm at. So that kid,
you'll be surprised.
yeah.
You'll be surprised that like I can say this about like Keisha's kids. You put Keisha's kids together, you got Keisha. Okay. But she got
They
two
one and one,
girls
like half and half
and
of.
they are very much they have their own personality, but together I can see all the traits of Keisha in her kids.
Mm.
Okay.
They
Same
are.
thing with Tisha's kids. All five of them. There are pieces of her influence in
And
all
all
of
of
them.
them.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I'm gonna speak on this one because Tish put up that AI of a little girl. That's what her little girl really looks like when she was a little
Mm-hmm.
girl. That was like
Yeah.
it freaked me out when she put it up. I was like, oh my god, that's the baby. Ah, you know, because it looked just like her. So you have to. You know what it is? It is. It's a blessing. Children are a blessing no matter how they come to you.
Nah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And that was my second part of my question. Why y'all was offering all this cake and ice cream and these belly rubs and stuff as aunties? Because I am very sensitive. And I've had this conversation with Tish.
Bullshit.
I'm gonna need y'all to want to fly wherever the fuck I
Oh
am
my
and just help
god.
me create this baby. Like, this baby gonna need a lot of love. And you know my spots get jealous. So I'm gonna need y'all to do y'all thing. And just please come over and just love on me and this kid. Cause I'm gonna need pickles in the middle of the night, but I'm too tough to really be asking. And there is no baby daddy because I'm the mother and the father. So I
Oh
just
my
I
god. You
just want
don't
y'all to
get to
know, as
do
a
that. You
circle,
need to soften yourself up and allow
You
yourself
gotta tell
as
them
a
this
because you
straight
don't
circle,
up.
get to be doing
You
all
know
that.
what? The minute you see your
as
baby,
a
whether
circle.
girl or boy, when you see your
I'm talking about
baby,
the
softness,
9 months. I'm talking about the 9 months. We talking about before we get there. We
it's
talking
gonna
about the
happen.
9 months. Cupid, stay with me.
It's
So we
I'm
need
talking
so
about them
somebody
coming
needs to
over
be on
here
ice
with the
cream.
ice cream.
So somebody
Yes,
needs to be on ice
DoorDash is a
cream.
thing, and
Walmart
they
delivered.
deactivated my account.
Look,
They
Walmart
deactivated my
delivered.
account, so I'm gonna need y'all account. And I need deliveries. I need belly rubs. I'm telling y'all right now because I'm spoiled in real life. So
Look,
I know with a kid. So
Walmart
y'all
delivered.
said y'all love me, right? We are friends.
Instagram,
We are real friends. Like
Instacart.
So you need the
we real
village.
siblings.
You need the
We
I
got
village.
need the
you.
village. I'm telling y'all because
Yeah.
this is happening soon, and I'm being completely
Irritating
transparent. I need the
already.
village,
She's irritating already. Like it's
but
just
I
like,
just need the
bro.
village. Don't make me feel
No,
like that.
but
See,
you
because
don't
then I'm
get to
not
get
gonna reach
on
out to my
everybody's
village.
nerves. You don't get to get on everybody's nerves. You don't get to get on everybody's
That's
nerves.
fine. Then I will
Like
isolate
you
myself,
don't.
and then
See,
y'all gonna
then
y'all
you
gonna
do
get mad at me
that.
for that too.
No,
See,
no,
it's
no,
one or the
no,
other.
no,
It's
no,
one or the
no.
other.
Then you do
It's
that.
you
That's not
telling me
the
I'm
option.
annoying,
That's not the
and then I'm
option.
not gonna annoy
You
you.
don't get to
So
be
I
fucking
won't annoy you,
annoying.
and then I won't call you
No,
when I
no,
won't call you
no.
when the craving is so strong in my belly, and I can't call nobody, and then
You're
you gonna be like, why you ain't say
irritating.
nothing?
That's irritating. That's irritating. You don't
You
mind being fucking irritating.
you
You
know
don't
what?
get to be irritating to
She ain't
everybody.
just give her let it start happening, Tish. You already know. All this that she talking now, it gonna
It's
totally
on.
flip and change. It's okay. We
It's
You
got
so
fine.
you.
ready to be the
We
It's
baby
got
okay.
you.
mama now.
It's
I'm
You
okay.
gonna
so
create
ready.
another DoorDash account in somebody else's
Oh
name,
my
and I'm gonna order my own stuff,
god.
and
Oh
that's
my
it.
god.
And
Oh
that's
my
the
All
fucking.
right, all
god.
right.
Oh,
Okay,
Brittany,
so I
what's
did want to
next,
ask,
Brittany?
huh?
Brittany, what's
I did
next?
want to
Come
ask one
on.
of these questions because, and I think it's important to ask since we're talking about people with children and everything else like that. So the three of you that are on here that do have children already, um, do you guys set boundaries with your children? Because we were talking about relationships and we were talking about when you're dealing with an outside partner and everything that's going on and dating and how it could be difficult. Like you were saying, Tish, you can't even go out on a date because they're calling you and calling you. How do you guys set boundaries with your children so that they understand, like, yes, I'm mom, I'm here for you, but mom is also a human being. Mom is also a woman. Mom also has these other things that she has to do too, and you have to give time for yourself because yes, when you become a mom, you're about your kids, but you also can't forget that you're a human being and that you have needs, that you have some semblance of independence, and you don't want to completely just abandon who you are to now be this
Mm,
mother.
mm, mm.
So do you
Lord.
guys have boundaries? Have you set boundaries? Do you find it hard, difficult, or
Man,
do
I'm
you
gonna
even
need
have
help to
no
go on mute.
boundaries with your children?
let me tell you something. And I want to just say this. Like, that has been the toughest part of my parenting. Understanding and placement. Placement is important to me as a person. But walking into this and being a mother to kids who need a mother, like a stand-in type of mother, like a don't do that. How was home? Well, how was school? What's your homework? Type of kids. Like boundaries for me is something I'm still creating. To be completely transparent, because like they're still like in such a space to where y'all took like I'm in a space where I be like I need to be home with my kids. So I'm taking pay cuts at work to get schedules that make sense to me to be home to be able to check homework. I'm making sure that I'm showing up in the places and spaces to make sure they having dinner. So in other aspects of my life, it really kind of put a really like, what are you doing here? Like then I had to realize that I don't want to be I don't want to hold resentment against my kids. I don't want it to be 5 and 10 years down the line. I'm like, because of them, I couldn't do this, or because of them, I couldn't love, or because of them, I couldn't this. So for me, it be just like my kids love me though. I can really say that. I can sit here and say that they love me. They pay attention to me. They know when I'm not having a good day. They know when it's just like, mommy, you look. Like if I was to talk about like Lorenzo, he'd be like, "Can I pick dinner tonight?" And it's like in moments where I've been having a rough day or it's been tired. I must look tired. He's like, "We can do some pizzas and salad, mom, and I'll do the pizzas with my." And it be about that. So I create boundaries in the sense of me needing time, like and saying like, "Hey, y'all, give me a second. Let me unwind. Let me get home from work." But also in those same moments, I don't necessarily want to get unwind because I want to make sure that I stay alert to cook dinner because it's important to me that I cook dinner for my kids. It's important to me that they have like a home cooked meal, like some stuff that's gonna stick to you. I ain't talking about no damn hot pockets and pizza rolls and things like that. I want to cook dinner. Those are where I show up at. You know what I'm saying? I tell them all the time, like we all got to do our part. Like your part is to make sure you go to school, do what you're supposed to be doing. I just want to see the results. Like I just want to see you come home and show me a good report. And me, I got to make sure I feed her. So I really get down with my kids. Like it's me and them. Like I've been a single mom, you know what I'm saying? And I've been doing my thing here in Georgia by myself for since 2021. It ain't quite been 3 years, but we've been. So I've had to really like sit in my shit. I had to really like be like, okay, you know what I'm saying? The water don't get to get cut off. They don't get to flick on no light. No light get to come on. Who? So it's not an option, and it becomes a thing of me saying, okay, now this my time. Like, hey y'all, give me a second when I get off, or hey y'all, I'm finna do this. Let me talk to my friends, or you know what I'm saying? And they are little people with things that's happening in their lives too. So it's boundaries for all of us. I'm starting to understand their boundaries. I'm starting to understand when they may need some time or what's happening. Okay, I'm gonna come back in here when you get done with whatever. It's like a shit. They are what's happening. But you know what I'm saying? I'm able to create boundaries because I feel like we all need them. Not just me. Not just me and my love, because I don't want to look back and have resentment against my kids because I couldn't love like I wanted to love. I couldn't travel like I wanted to travel. I couldn't go like I wanted to go. Those things are still heavily in me. And what I've done to help me is put times on things. I need this time I need to make sure I secure this. This time and that time I need to make sure I'm doing this. I ain't slow feet don't eat, baby. I gotta do what I gotta do. I'm here to break the generational curses. I'm here to secure generational wealth. I'm here to show you that what I didn't know. So like it's all moving. It's all moving parts. It's all things that's happening to me actively right here, right now in my life. I'm trying to love. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to know. I'm trying to be. I'm trying to see. Shit. And then I gotta be somebody mama. Who mama? We the mom. We hey. We the mamas now. It's us. We the us's. We the us's. Yeah. You gotta take some time, baby. You gotta sit and I sit with my kids. I talk to my kids. I have moments where I'm like, and I get them scenarios. Like, if you had a friend that was struggling in school, that kept getting in trouble, what would you tell your friend? Cause tell me what I can tell your ass before I knock you out up in here. So it be like things that gotta come into place for us to all be up in this house. And when I tell you that these kids have taught me boundaries, they've taught me placement, they taught me patience, they taught me things that without them, I wouldn't even be able to master because I got this 12-year-old that's 12 going on 19 now. Girl, what you say? What you say it to me again? What you, cause boy, what? You know what I'm saying? You gotta get a little swole up in the chest, and then you got them that stuff is happening by its own self around her. The stuff walked itself upstairs, and the trash just didn't happen to go out, and it's all type of stuff that's happening. But I set boundaries in places and spaces that help them grow. So let me tell you something. By the time I get home, this, and this should be done. By the time this is this, you get here at 2 o'clock, 2:21, baby. So your chore, I shouldn't be coming here asking about no chore. So I'm setting those things, and it's an active thing, and it become a thing to where I realize that we all need boundaries. Hell, we all do. They need to know that this is a time frame. This is a timeline. You don't got all day to do your chores. Cause what? They heard stuff under the couch and I can see it. What y'all see? When you walk there, what you see? So I placed it that type of responsibility in them. I let them know that this is your home. This is where you grow up. This is where you come to. When you feeling like you having a hard day, I want this to be a safe place for you. So creating those things and spaces is so important, and especially in young people who right now, y'all, we ain't have this technology. We ain't have half or none of the stuff they got, and they privy to information that we it took a while for us to know. So we got to do a lot of work on the back end. So I'll be like, boom and boom. And so you can only do, don't ask me if you go outside. You did your chore and your homework. Is your little room clean? So if none of those things are done, you shouldn't even be calling me. Boy, when I tell you that boundaries have became a thing that I set in place to help us all grow, to help us all be accountable. And I just pray that, you know what I'm saying, that God keep keeping us because it's ghetto as hell up in this house, y'all. And without boundary, I think we all would be all over the place and scrambling over each other. And is that boo boo? What is that doodle? Is that dookie? Hey, come on. What's happening? The bathroom. Let me tell y'all something. It's ghetto AF. And without boundaries, I don't think that it could have been possible for us all to kind of grow. Even for my youngest who dealing with suffering with autism, who's suffering with just even trying to find his words to speak. I've learned that even setting boundaries for him helps him prosper, helps the other kids understand him. So boundaries are extremely important, and I think that if that's a hard word, you know what I'm saying, because that can sound kind of like boundaries. Whoa, let's understand each other in here. I created this understanding. We gonna create understandings. Understand that you may need a little bit more time than I do. I understand in the morning you can gonna take me a couple of hey, get up. It's a beautiful morning for the third time. Then it may take AJ. Lorenzo, let me make me shake your ass. Get up, boy. You know what I'm saying? So it's about setting tones and understandings more so than boundaries. And I've switched that over for they can understand in little people terms. This is your job. This is what you're responsible for. You.
Absolutely.
And
So
Absolutely.
that's what I've done.
okay. What about
Um,
yourself, Keisha?
I still have to set boundaries with my kids because they think I'm their child. And, um, but when they were younger, there were boundaries, and when kind of like what Tish was saying, hey, mommy need a moment. I need a moment. You done got your food or whatever the case may be, in order not to take whatever I was dealing with and take it out on them. So I had to learn it. I was a young mother and I didn't know how to balance it. And it was like, go sit your ass down. And it was like, whoa, 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 I can't do that. I need to let them know I need a moment. Then I'll come and, deal with whatever the case may be. I even have to set boundaries now with my oldest. Because if it was up to her, she would tell you she would live in my skin, and that's how close we would be. My oldest, she is so dependent on me, but I have to set boundaries with her even now and be like, "Pooh, Mama done had a rough day. Mama will call you when I get home. Let me chill out and things of that sort. Because if not, in her eyes, it's mama. Well, she called me ma, I can tell depending on what she called me, but I still have to set boundaries with her. Because if not, she gonna drive me crazy on purpose. So I still now with my youngest, I really don't have to set boundaries. Actually, with her, the boundary is call your mama. But because she's so independent. But I don't think there's a time that you don't have to set boundaries with your children because it's a different space when they get to a certain age. So even that, like I said, she's 25, and I still have to set a boundary with her because I'm gonna lose my mind. Especially I deal with them crazy folks at work. Yeah, the boundary ends when she comes to my house. The boundary is don't get your ass in my bed because you got a whole fiance and y'all be doing whatever. I don't want that shit in my bed. I don't want that in my bed. So with my oldest, it's a lot of boundaries that I have to set with her. So those of you that think because your kids, oh, they gonna get grown and no, the boundaries just shift. They just go in a different space. So boundaries is very much so important. Even now, with me thinking about that I even want to date, this child wants me to let her know when I'm getting home and when I'm leaving home. So I have to set the boundary of
I'm saying
no.
y'all not sharing locations. That's insane.
No, no, no. We share locations because she's a flight attendant. But she wants to know, like when I get home, she wants to be notified that I made it home. Like, not
Safely.
check my location. It's an alert. And then when I
Yes,
leave the house, she wants the
it's an alert.
notification to go off.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely not. You have my
My mama
location.
said
No,
once adult, twice a child. And she's just doing her part as the
no,
adult now, and you're
no.
now the child.
You know
And
what?
I just feel
Guess what?
like
Guess what? No, I'm telling you, that is not the case. Not with
I,
that one. Now with that youngest, she might be like, oh, okay, with that oldest, no, I have to set those
she's just
boundaries.
loving you.
No, no, it's called a fucking boundary. And on top of it, mama, is that some, like the other day, she was like, is somebody coming over your house? Did I hear somebody in the background talking?
Right.
I'm like, girl,
We
if you don't
see your
shut the
good
hell up,
candles.
it's
Stop
the,
playing.
no, well, I love candles. That has nothing to do with it. I'm like, girl, that's the TV. I'm about to FaceTime you. Let me see.
Pick
so,
up.
so with her, I do. I do. I have to set boundaries because that little girl there. If I let her
She
have it,
just love you.
no. Mel, you missing. She wants to be in my skin when she comes over.
Exactly.
She sits
You
in my
brought her
lap.
this
Put her
world.
on. No, shit,
No,
no, honey.
you to see them.
Go.
You, and
Just
that was your firstborn. You probably had her at the hip all the time. Would you see that's the problem with our parents? Y'all want to treat us one way and then want to just abandon us after.
I'm not
That's
abandoning
crazy.
her, but guess what?
Listen,
Girl,
Lavender, get off the
move.
titty nipple. You got to get off the titty piece now.
Like, let's
Nah,
just say
no,
this
no.
is her. She
Why?
like this. She every
Unhand
time
the
I
titty
move,
nipple.
still, she's 25, and I go to the bathroom. She's sitting at the fucking door. Can
Yes.
I
Listen,
have
Yes, I do
some
that to my mama right
privacy?
now. I do that
Can
to
I
listen.
my
have
mama
I'm
some
when I
thir-
go to my
privacy?
house. She go to the
I'm
bathroom.
Listen.
I'm right behind
32.
her. She said, what are you doing?
What? Listen,
We
I'm
Or she
talking.
32.
gonna come sit in the bathroom
What?
on the tub. I'm like, damn,
Yes.
can I at
I'm
least go piss
no.
in
For what?
private?
Go
That's
right
crazy.
ahead. Let's finish
And
the
so
You
that's the
had
conversation.
me.
boundary. I have to go in the
You brought me
bathroom
here.
quickly and lock the door. But
Listen,
like she gonna
that's
come in
wrong.
there.
Yes,
Like who
because
gonna do
listen,
this shit? Girl, leave me
why?
the hell alone.
No, because if you wanted to be left alone, you chose
They
this
don't really
life.
want
You
it.
No,
chose
I
this life,
didn't.
and yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I
Because I
did,
did it.
but
Listen,
damn. Can I
I
just
did
go
it to my
be?
no,
I'm in
no.
the
I did it to
shower.
my.
She come in
Mm-mm.
there. I'm
Let's
like,
talk
so
about
before
life,
she
mom,
come
because I
over
need your
here,
advice.
before she come here, I have to do everything. I gotta go take a shower. I hope I ain't
Mhm.
gotta pee because she gonna be right there at the door. Well, her fiance sitting here. She be like,
That's
this
fine.
my mama. I'm at my mama house.
That's it.
What the hell that mean?
What you
No,
mean?
you 25. Can I go piss in peace? Can I
Listen,
go
No,
I'm
take a shower?
32.
no.
Cause
I'm
she'll sit on the
32.
toilet while I'm taking a shower and have a conversation.
Because she
Leave
trying
me
to talk to
alone.
you. Time is precious, okay? And time is precious, and we're
It
not
is,
guaranteed
but
all
I
this
need my
time.
moments. I
Keisha,
gotta
my
let
mama
somebody
in her
else know.
You
look,
have
Keisha,
your
my mama
moments
in her
because you don't live
70s.
there.
Hold on
Exactly.
one
Like,
second.
We do
One
the same
second. One
thing.
second. Too many people talking at the same time.
Yeah, my mama, I do the same thing to my mama, Keisha. Don't know. She all right. She all right.
right, because
Don't
I'm gonna
do
tell
that.
you like this. I just went home for Thanksgiving, and I got home at 6 o'clock in the morning. My mama left the latch off because I got my own key, and I came in the house, and she blanketed everything right there in the bed because she was like, "Oh, And I was like, "Ma, what do you think? Make me a bed, clean up the other room. What are you talking about? I haven't been home in months. I'm coming to get in the bed with my mother because I was sick last month and you wasn't there, and I had to go through this and that, and I done moved to a different state. So I need to make up the time." And what did she do? She could not fall back asleep until I was comfortable, until she heard me start snoring. And then I realized she started snoring too, and then she knew I was good. And in her sleep, because that's what a mother does, okay?
Yeah, that is
And then
true.
I got up and made banana pudding with her the next day because, and I did all the runaround she wanted me to do because she gave me the nourishment that I needed because I was missing it. It is nothing like a mother's love, and you don't get to take that from her. God damn
It
it.
is worse when you
Guess
are an
what?
only child. Let me just say that right now. It is worse when you're an only child. Welcome to being an
Oh,
only
Set a
child.
spoil brat. Set a
Yes,
spoil
we are.
brat.
My mama an only child. I'm an only child, and my child is an only child. And we are what?
Generational
Spoiled
stuff.
to death.
I'm the
I
only girl and the
appreciate
youngest.
when I first decided to adopt Alexander, I went to my family and I said, "Hey, I need the support." So my boundaries were being created through that part of it. But basically, I chose to be a single parent. There was not a man that was in my life that I could have said, "Hey, we friends, and hey, we could get down like this, and let me have a kid." It was not like that. So when the opportunity arose for me to be able to adopt him, I took that opportunity. And with my family, then we had to build boundaries as a family, so to speak. With Alexander, my family kept him busy. He'd been to more countries than I've been to before he hit 8 years old. My dad had him going everywhere. So those were the kind of things that I, like Keisha said, on the weekend I could go and do whatever I wanted to do because my family had him going somewhere. My granny taught him stuff. My mom taught him different things. Each one of them had their own little niche that they taught him. So when it came time for me to parent, boundaries were real easy to set. Alexander's that kid that if you tell him these are the rules, that's it. These are the rules. You cannot bend them. You do not break them. This is how mama said we do it. And because he's also a Montessori kid, that's how he did, you show them and then that's how they know how to do things. So boundaries for me have become since he's gotten older. I think the one thing that I will say I forgot to kind of teach him is that everybody's not going to protect his heart. That everybody's not going to hold him, hold the greatness that I see in him. They're not going to always appreciate that. That is the one thing I think as in terms of boundaries or lessons, I might have missed. So through life, because as we all know, in your home is where you want to make sure you cuddle your child, you hold your child, you protect your child, because out there it's a hell. It's hell. And it's hard out there. And unfortunately, that is where I think we got new boundaries because as Keisha has said, as your kid grows, those boundaries actually change. I think he asked me more questions about my business than I asked him about his business. He'll be like, "I called you last night while you there." I was asleep. Well, I thought was you out? Was somebody over? What? I'm an old lady. I like to nap. I don't know. I take power naps because I got a meeting in 30 minutes. I'll take a power nap. I'm sorry. I answer the phone. But he has become more, especially since he moved. He has become more of calling me, asking me, where I am, and he'll call me and my mom and my dad when he's on his way home from work, and he'll ask us how our day was. What did you do? What do you need? And he does that, and so I think the boundaries that we have now are more adult. I have to remind him I'm not one of your little friends. I had to say, I want y'all to know I was so excited. I got to say that to my parents last week. Man, I told my mom, she said, so I said, "I'm not one of your little friends." She said, "What?" I said, because
Now
she
don't be
was
talking to mama like that.
Right.
she
I'm
was
about to
somewhere she
say,
was
don't be
supposed to
doing
be.
this, Gloria, like that.
Look, she was
Cause
somewhere
Miss
she ain't tell me where
Gloria,
she was supposed to be. And I'm like, where you at? Oh, I'm at such a wait a minute. Why you didn't tell me? Well, I think I'm not one of your little friends. She said, well, I didn't tell anybody. I'm not anybody, ma'am. I'm not anybody. I am your parent. I am your parental guardian. What is going now, and that's the thing, boundaries have changed. Even with Alexander and his grandparents, those boundaries have changed. I keep telling him, these are old ladies and old men, right? My dad is in his 80s, my mom is in her 70s. Alexander think they in their 30s. He like, ain't nothing wrong with them. Alexander,
right?
they
That's
old.
good grandparenting.
He's like they got this. They'll let you know when they need you. No, they won't. I know these two people. They let me know nothing. We got to ask questions every day.
Every
So
day.
I do think that the joy of parenting is each phase of their life. Each time you see your kid grow, to see my son be an amazing young man and a upstanding Black man, those boundaries, I'm proud of the boundaries. And it wasn't big things. I am like, he didn't get, I think I can count the whoopings that he got on one hand. So the conversations that I had to have with my child throughout his life, I think, were the boundaries.
That's good. And I'm glad we're gonna end at that. Cause I'm gonna be honest with you, again, I don't have any children. I'm the oldest. And my mom, after she gets off work every day, Monday through Friday, will text me and my sister, "Hey, I'm headed home from work," and she'll text us when she gets home. And she's
Right.
by herself. And the same thing, kind of similar. I didn't hit my mom with the "I'm not one of your friends," but she told my sister she was going out somewhere, but she didn't tell me. So of course, when I got on the phone with my mother, I'm like, "Oh, I heard you was going somewhere. Where you going?" And then she told me where she's going. So I get it. But I agree with you, Keisha, on the whole. Like when you grow up with your child, it's very easy for y'all to be at the hip because my mom goes with me everywhere. She supports me on everything I do. My birthday trips, mom's at the bar with me taking shots. Like we're very much that. But it's also she lets me do my own thing. I let her do her own thing. As long as you let me know when you make it back to the house, or let me know who house I need to go to if I don't hear from you in a little while.
Absolutely.
As long as we do that for each other, we're fine. But
Absolutely.
thank you guys so much for talking about this. We're definitely gonna have to do a part two to the parenting again, because there was definitely a lot more questions that we didn't get a chance to get to that I think are important. So I want to thank everybody for tonight. Destiny had to drop off a little earlier, so we thank her for coming through and being vulnerable and talking about her situation. Because even myself, I have a lot of friends that are masculine centered that dealt with women who had babies, either with them or before them, and use those children to kind of punish them for
Yeah,
one reason or another. And it's really sad. It's
it
really
is.
sad because it hurts everybody in that situation,
It does.
not
Absolutely.
just you, not just what I'm saying, the other person. It hurts the children as well. So it's never good to introduce a child to somebody and then rip them away. Just like it's also never good for you to introduce yourself to a child and then leave
Amen.
and don't do anything with them and make promises because now
Amen.
that parent that's there has to make excuses and be like, "Oh well," because then that messes up with the child's psyche, their self worth. There's a lot of things.
They go in.
Children are very malleable but fragile at the same time. The
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
slightest thing
Absolutely.
can trigger and trauma and things like that. And as adults, we know when things trigger us, and we when our feelings get hurt. So you can only imagine
Right.
a child who has not been through anything and doesn't know how to process the difference between when somebody is just a piece of shit and when somebody just genuinely, saying something's going on. So I think this is an excellent dialogue that we need to have again. Absolutely. Um, Again, I want to thank everybody. It's December. This is our last show of the season. I cannot wait until 2024 with Lavender Diaries. We're going to have more
Man.
conversations, everything. I'm super excited. Got our core cast. B wasn't with us tonight, but she's coming back. Like I said, Destiny had to drop off. She's going to come back. We're going to talk about amazing things. We also have, for those of you, for 2024, Houston, Texas. We are coming to Houston,
Y'all
Texas
coming to my
in
city.
person. Yes, we're
I
gonna be
can't
there
wait.
in person for the Mass Takeover Women. So all my masculine centered, you need to be in Houston, Texas, February 9th through the 11th, because that whole weekend is for y'all. We doing this for
Yes,
y'all.
and Keisha, it's your hometown. So you come on, show me a good time for a short time. You heard me?
We're gonna be out there February 9th through the 11th. So come out. Lavender Diaries, Reign Supreme. We're gonna have like a everything, like a meet and greet on Friday.
No, I can't
I
wait.
told them I wanted to go to the strip club, so apparently we're going to Dream Strip Club
Let's.
one of them nights. So like we gonna be in there doing everything. So definitely make sure that you come through, support us, and just come out, have a good time. It's free entry. Now, but I need you to go ahead and go to the Real Boys Talk INC website, because that's where you can go to register to get all the information. Follow us. We're going to be coming through, putting some more flyers and everything out. I believe S'more said she was going coming down to Houston. We got
Oh yeah,
Keisha,
I listen. Ticket
myself,
Eric, it's
Cupid.
lit.
Like hopefully some of our other core cast members may be able to slide through Houston as well. If you want to
Also,
come out,
Tish,
definitely.
why you looking like that?
Oh, Tishy. Oh,
We
she was
can't hear
on mute.
you. Why
we
you
can't hear
looking
you.
like? Why you
We
was
can't hear
looking
you.
odd? Like what?
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
There you go. No,
Oh, there you go. Why you look like that?
There you
Okay,
go.
because I'm gonna say I'm in the building. I'm Millie rocking on every block.
All
you
right.
I'm
better
Millie
be.
rocking on every block. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm Millie
So
rocking on every block. I'm
You
definitely in
better be.
Houston.
It's gonna be a lit situation.
I'm definitely in the building.
definitely. So thank you again for sitting with us tonight,
hold on,
chopping it off,
Brittany.
laughing.
Oh, there's one
Hold,
more, guys.
hold
If you
on.
did not check out Stud and Femmes Quiet Dominance,
Thomas. Yes.
that is a
Ooh.
hot. That is something. Now, let me go ahead and explain to everybody. That's adult. That's adult. If you're
Yeah.
not an adult and ready to have conversation about sexual education and sexual health, stay away from that. But it is
Ooh,
an amazing.
can I be a special guest? I got some shit I wanna say
Absolutely.
at some point.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Put me on there
Yes,
because
if
I got
y'all
some
want to be a
questions I
It
wanna
is.
guest,
ask.
Let me
let
say
Why
Brittany
this.
y'all don't let
know.
us touch y'all? Don't you want to be touched? Don't you want to be pleased? Hey, let me tell you, I don't know
I
what
just
the
want to be
fuck
a
she done
special
did.
guest.
I'm not her. I'm not her. Baby, I'm gonna make your toes curl. Don't let her ruin it for the rest of
What's
us.
wrong with her?
Don't let
God,
us
get off
ruin
the
it.
Yes.
camera.
Yes.
Put me on there,
Yeah, we
Keisha.
definitely gonna have
Hey,
you.
Brittany
How
and Keisha.
come?
So,
Brittany and
so
Keisha.
let me
Put me
say
on
this about
there.
let me
We
say this
gonna
about
got
Quiet Dominance. Quiet Dominance is the host of that show is Brittany and Keisha. It is more from a female or feminine energy level. So they are there. It will not always, if at all, have a masculine tone or person there. The first show that they did was last week, right?
yes, last Thursday.
And they had
I missed
Captivator.
it.
Captivator was on there, and
Oh,
it was
Big Cap
amazing.
was on there. Damn
Yes,
it. Is it? Can
it
I
is
go
up
see
on.
it somewhere?
Yes,
Yes.
it's up on our page. It's up on my page. It's up on Real Boys
Oh
Talk.
my God, I
And
can't
go
even
check it
believe I
out.
missed
But
it.
please
That's
understand,
crazy. You missed that?
quiet
Yeah, that's what
dominance
I'm saying.
is for the feminine energy.
Ooh,
I
It is from
know.
that energy, and it is very much an adult conversation. They
talk to
will
me.
touch on some
Talk to me,
BDSM.
baby.
As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and say
Baby,
the
baby,
next
baby,
show
listen,
is called The
baby.
Art of Submission.
Yes.
Ooh, put me. Hey, let me. I got some shit. Fill me up. You said you
Hey,
want me to do what?
The art
You
of
said you want
submission,
me
y'all.
to
Y'all
do
don't want to
what?
miss it. Y'all do
So
not
No.
want
you
the,
to
on my
miss
nerves.
the
the reason
art
why
of
they're doing
submission.
Art of the Submission is because many of us as masculines want y'all to understand and allow us the opportunity for you to submit and be what is the word I want to use? Be
Safe.
comfortable and trusting that we got you. And right now, y'all do not. And we
Y'all be
understand. Well,
mishandling the
let
fuck
me
out
just
of
say,
us, cause y'all be mishandling us.
some of
Treat
us
me
No,
right.
we're
understand.
gonna
Nah,
Yeah,
talk
some of
no.
about
them
we're
have.
gonna
Some of us,
talk
Talk
about
about it.
that. We're
some
gonna
of us
talk about that in
understand that.
January. Absolutely. So those of you, please.
January. Wait a minute. Let me see. I got the date. Hold on.
While Cupid is looking for that, ladies, February 9th through the 11th, it is about our masculine identified. However, I am looking for females to come and be supportive. we are going to support them because guess what? They always support us, right? So we're going to
Love
support
y'all.
them. And if that's something that you want to do, let Brittany know. Like inbox her, like Cupid know.
Brittany, I'm letting you know right now. I'm letting you know. I'm there. I'm there. Put me on
So
there.
I
what's gonna
cannot
happen
wait.
is we're all gonna talk about it and how we can be there for them and what that capacity will be. Now, after that, ladies, I have to put this out there. We are there to support first and foremost, okay? Then if you want to
Mhm.
connect with somebody and get your little boo thing and your little groove on, then that's fine. But up front, we are there to support them. We are there to provide whatever emotional support, whatever it is that they need. So if you have that
Amen.
person in your life or have that friend or whatever, here's your opportunity to be supportive. Okay? And don't bring your hot cooch trying to
Do
find
not bring
somebody.
sand to the beach. We
So
is always
therefore,
gonna
I
be
just
Said
want
there.
it's gonna be some. It's gonna be some shit. It's gonna be some sunshine that's ready to be
Oh,
able to be
it
able.
is
that's
just
after
so
the
look,
fact.
y'all
After
gotta
That's
we
gonna
know.
be
support
able to be.
them.
Oh no no no!
After
That's
I'm
we
here for. No,
later.
I'm here for the support. I'm up here in
No,
front for the support. I'm here
you
for
know what? Get out.
support.
Get out.
It's
So
me.
look,
I'm here
here's
for
the fun part about it.
support.
Here's the fun part about it is that yes, Lavender Diaries will be live. We are in Houston. All right. The awesome and amazing fraternity of Alpha. Make sure I got it right. Alpha's was it?
Alpha Psi
I
Kappa.
call it, I
Is
always
it A
call it
Psi?
ASI. So I'm gonna
A5.
Alpha
call it
Psi
ASI
Kappa.
because
Yeah,
I don't
Alpha
break
Psi
down things.
Kappa.
So ASI
Alpha
is
Psi
hosting,
Kappa
yes,
fraternity. Alpha Psi
fraternity.
Kappa
They
fraternity.
are hosting a speed dating. So you
Yes.
want to come to the uh Lavender Diaries, which is called the title of that event. I know y'all ain't ready for this. It's Friend Zone, Fucking and Intimacy. That is what
Ooh,
we will be talking about. Then again,
Oh,
ooh.
it's adults. So and then
I'm
after
definitely gonna be in the
ASI
building.
is hosting at the same location, they're going to be hosting speed dating. So those of you who are single, those of you who have supported us and are single, you get a
Now
chance
it's
to.
your time.
Maybe
After
It's
you
y'all
have
I
adults.
ain't gonna. Let me tell you, I'm manifesting that I ain't gonna be single at the single mingle, whatever. Fuck that.
Yes.
I'm manifesting that I'm gonna be on the road with my life partner. I'm manifesting that she gonna love me and all that I come with. And I'm manifesting that maybe we just gonna be hosting it and shit because we here for the support of the others.
You're here for the
But
support. All right then.
This is
See,
fun.
now we got. Hey, y'all
there
heard
you
it.
there
Y'all
y'all
heard
go.
it.
So
So
definitely make
ladies,
Now she's
please,
sure.
sitting there
please.
at the table at the speed dating. She gonna let you know she got 5 kids.
my bae gonna be hosting it. Let me tell you something. My bae gonna be hosting. Don't worry.
Okay, so we not
Don't
okay. So she
worry.
ain't gonna have no seat at the table, y'all. She gonna be
I ain't
So
gonna have no
yes.
seat at the table.
So
she gonna have
again,
no
Yes.
seat.
I
ladies,
ain't
I
gonna.
need
So
your help.
definitely make sure that you go to the website. Like I said, follow us on Facebook, Real Boys Talk, INC. Go to YouTube for all of that that's coming through. So, because Houston is definitely going to be thing, and like I said, it's for y'all. This is the first one of many. So definitely
I'm
make sure that you
excited.
come out and do all of
Come
that.
through.
And before we end out, I just want to take a moment to thank Cupid for actually being the brainchild, because Studs and Film Lavender Diary is really her brainchild. And she brought it to me and was like, hey, do you think we can do this? And of course, I'm like, sure, let's do it. And that's how we got here. So I want to give you your flowers right now for
Thank
having
you.
this
Amen.
vision and
Thank you.
pulling all
Baby
of this
boy.
together with us
Amen.
and doing this. And I'm super excited to take this to the moon and back because it's going to go there.
Oh yeah,
Amen.
we about to turn it up on a lot of levels, guys. So 2024 will be amazing, and we're always looking for those of you who want to sit on who want to be a part of it. We have our cast, pretty much set, but we always can. We always are looking to add some your your knowledge, your experience, your whatever you even your talents. We're looking for you to come and let us know. We'll put you up here. You can talk too. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing the things that are available when it comes to the conversations that we need to have. I want our community to have healthy relationships. That's what this is all based on. And
Absolutely.
as I have said
Absolutely.
many nights, take this conversation that you heard us and the jewels that we did drop tonight, take it offline. Talk to other studs, talk to other femmes that are parents, that are not parents, that are like some more that are thinking about being a parent. Have these conversations because if we don't talk to each other, we are
I don't
never
want to
ever
rub my belly though.
what what Tish is talking about. What Tish is looking for, you will never manifest if we don't have conversation.
Absolutely. And don't forget, Quiet Dominance next month. When is it, Cupid? I forgot the date. Quiet Dominance.
20.
It's the
I didn't
22nd,
see it.
the 25th.
Hey, Keisha, like I want y'all to make me a special guest because I got some stuff to say. I gotta ask the stud community a few things because I'm curious. And I'm gonna be quiet about my dominance. I promise you I ain't gonna do too much. I ain't gonna be out tripping and nothing. I'm gonna keep it clean, like or whatever. But I got some questions. I got some questions.
Well, when we come up with those topics and stuff, we got you, Tish.
Come for me, please. Come for send for me. So I'm coming. I'm showing up, baby, front and center. Like, talk to me, baby. You the pretty little Mrs. Baby.
I'm gonna turn this into another episode.
Thank you so much. All right, everybody. Thank you so much again for tuning in with us tonight. Have a safe holiday season. Have a great new year. We will definitely see you into the new year. Blessings, peace, and love. Affirmation for today is I'm enough. That's all you guys.
I'm enough. Yes, sir, I'm enough. Hey. You can, hey y'all, don't ever forget y'all can Millie Rock on every block.
There we go.
Get out of here.
Have a good night, everyone. Thank you so much.
Have a good night.
Good night.